Welcome everyone to Kings of Little Kingdoms. This is a one-shot for the One Ring role-playing game, second edition by Free League Publishing. This adventure comes from the book Tales from the Lone Lands. I've run this once before. This is the second time I'll be running it online, and we've got a wonderful cast with us, friends new and old. So let's jump in and get started here. So I'm going to unpause the screen. And let me grab my notes. You are in the village of Bree, and I'm going to take us to Bree. There we are. You are in the village of Bree, and you are on your way to the Prancing Pony. It's been a long day. Perhaps you've just recently arrived in town. Perhaps you've been here for a day or two, but it's time for some supper and time for some refreshment, to hear the tales of the locals, hear the gossip and rumors there at the Inn of the Prancing Pony. And along the way, you are stopped by a woman. You see her sobbing into her hands, and I'll post a picture of her. She looks beside herself with grief, and she's got a very worried look on her face.
What does this one want?
She looks up at you, her eyes rimmed with tears, and she says, "Hey, I'm Lucinda Willow. Please, have you seen my hamfast?"
Farimbros, do we know this person?
And you guys have not heard of...
Oh no, the only ham I'm familiar with is the ham I had for breakfast.
You did not have my ham for breakfast, I'll tell you that much. My son, Hamfast, he left home 2 weeks ago. Went off into the wild. She went after that wizard that's been in town, that Gandalf. Fell sort, that one. That old wizard's been hanging around Bree. And he was talking to Hamfast, I know it. He's bewitched my boy, or at least filled his head with all sorts of nonsense. I've spoken with some of the locals over at the Lamplighter Inn. They say that Gandalf's been frequenting there quite a bit. Talked about heading up somewhere near Dead Man's Dyke. I know he's got my Hamfast with him. I worry, Ham's no hero. He's not the sort to go swinging swords or fighting trolls. He left the house without so much as a travelling cloak. Oh, please, will you not go get him back? And let me have... Thaladir, give me a lore roll.
Oof. Nice.
Excellent.
I may have heard things.
Nice.
Yeah, so you've heard of Dead Man's Dyke, although you don't know it by that name. Dead Man's Dyke is another name for Fornost. And you have a history in Fornost.
Yeah, things have been going on there. But it's been a good almost 1,000 years ago.
Since you were there, and now all it is a ruin. There was an old fortress and whatnot there, and now it's apparently just overgrown with moss, but it's a very fell place. As far as you know, Fornost is it was what remains of a great city of stone, almost completely reclaimed by time and nature, and it's called Dead Man's Dyke by those who live in Bree and those who fear it. Among the hobbits, this might be known as Norbury, but only those mysterious wanderers called the Rangers, so maybe Malvagil knows a little something about this. They would recall its former glory as a great fortress and a city built in the time of the kings out of the sea. Now, centuries ago, the walls and towers of Fornost were broken when the city was attacked by Angmar and sacked. And though the Witch King sat upon the throne of Fornost for only a brief while, the defilement of the city left a scar so deep that it never rose again. And in the twilight of the Third Age, the roots of trees hundreds of years old have broken through the stones that paved its streets, and ivy and lichen have covered its once white walls. The folk of Bree call this place cursed, and none dare dwell nor visit there. And even the most callous tomb robbers do not cross into the ruins of Fornost, for it is said that the spirits of men who died protecting the city still linger there. hoping to redeem their name by forbidding anyone to enter.
That's nice. Oh, people died. Can we go eat something now?
I'm gonna let the woman know that the only thing more foolish than going into the wilds is to going into the wilds looking for a wizard. I for one will go and look for this Hamfast, but we will need to get some supplies, as I assume it's a bit of a ways away.
Yeah, you would estimate it's probably a week's journey to get near Fornost. And so you would want to make sure you've got some provisions. You wouldn't just want to head out right now, although it seems like that's what she intends. She says, "Look, I don't have much to offer, but you'd have my eternal gratitude if you just go help me son. He's young and he's impressionable, and I fear that the worst has befallen him. That Gandalf, he's a foul fellow, if you ask me."
Did you say he was a wizard?
"Oh, you know him, don't you? He's been lurking about here. He doesn't come here to the pony. I come here looking for folk who might do this out of the goodness of their heart. No, Gandalf's been over at the Lamplighter. That's a place where only drunkards and fell folk go to drink. Now, that Gandalf, you'd see his blue hat walking back and forth around the town, silver scarf and all. Oh, that guy."
Blue Hat, you say?
Yes.
The only wizard I remember is called the Mithrandir, the Grey Pilgrim. He would probably not wear blue stuff.
I don't know about that. Maybe he got a new hat. I can't tell you, but he's a villain, if you ask me. Taking impressionable young boys and, not long ago, young hobbits. And he looks down at the two hobbits, Ferumbrus and Drogo. Why, he took that Bilbo off on an adventure. He come back weird as all. You know him? Then you know then you know the trouble that Gandalf can bring.
He's certainly a queer fellow after he went off.
Absolutely. He's going to change my ham, too. Ensorcel him or some such.
Well, it's probably best for you to go home and rest and ease your mind. We'll be off as soon as we can.
Is there someone among us who is good at enheartening the poor woman? She doesn't really seem to be doing well.
Yeah, she's not well.
Maybe we could try to sing a song for her or just give her encouraging words.
It does say, I believe, in my skills that yes, my song is checkmarked.
Yep, so song would be good for you if you want to try and sing her a little melody to maybe help to calm her.
Does anyone else have like a better song than me? I have a checkmark song and 2 diamonds. Does anyone have any better?
I've got one below you. I'm check marked, and one of my items grants me a song property, so I can do back vocals for you.
Nice.
Yes, so that would be like support from companion.
Yeah, so if they want to spend a point of hope.
I was going to say exactly that, Sabif. I'll let you do that. So I'll check off. How do I remove my own hope?
So you should be able to access your hope. If you click on your character sheet, your hope is going to be, I think it's in the middle of the page. It's above your combat proficiencies. And so there's going to be a maximum hope, and then in the big diamond is your current score. You just reduce that by 1.
There we go. Yeah, perfect. So there you go. You have an extra die.
Okay.
And I'm singing back vocals for you.
Go ahead and roll that song for us, and just add the support from a companion on there.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
With a success.
Yeah.
With it was the just happened to be Amelina bringing the bass. That's what did it. Just beatboxing back there for Drogo. Now, as the two of you begin to sing a gentle song that reminds folk of the goodness in the world, you see her expression soften, and tears still flow from her eyes, but these are now tears of hope. And she looks at each of you in turn, placing a hand upon your shoulders, offering her thanks, and wishing you well on your journey, and to return with her ham as quickly as possible. Now, oh yeah, go ahead.
Umbris, he would like to take out his pipe and take a few whiffs of old Toby, and then perhaps make an insight roll to see if see how much of her story is true and how much is just the ramblings of a worried mother.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you use your pipe, you just add 1 bonus die to your roll. Everyone has traveling gear, at least 1 or 2 pieces that will give a bonus to whatever the skill is listed next to that. Got a 9. So as you puff away at the pipe, your heart is tugged by her emotions, and you can't help but feel if you could help her, this would be a great thing. So it sounds like her story is true.
If everyone else wants to go to the Prancing Pony to eat, it sounded like everybody was hungry and wanted to kind of, carb up before we go on a long haul. I could go over, if you're not comfortable going there, to the Shady Lamplighter just to see if I can find out maybe a little bit more about what Gandalf was inquiring about in town and when he left.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or if anybody wants to come with me, they can come with me. But as she said, darker, shadowy folk go there. I'll fit right in.
I'll get us a nice table. I'll get reacquainted with good old Barnabas Butterbur, my good friend. And, yeah, you gentlemen go around and do what you gotta do. I'm staying right here having a meal.
So who wants to go to the Lamplighter?
Saladir is probably disappointed in that place and has no desire to go there. It's beneath him, but I think that for the goodness of the adventure, he should go and inquire. He has kind of paper-thin disguise as a paper-thin disguise as a ranger, so he's not completely obviously elf, but he still may get bad looks.
Yeah, rangers are not well received in this town. Malvagil has probably already
still better than elves.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Malvagil has noticed the looks. The hobbits, there's frequently hobbits in here from the Shire. It's not unusual. Amelina might be a little bit off-putting because she's a very large female, very strong, and carries this axe that would not really be normal to these sorts of villagers. But elves or rangers, they would get along.
Come on, mate, come say it to my face.
No one will. Absolutely no one will. So Thaladir wants to go to the Lamplighter. Anyone else want to head there? Or do the rest go to the pony?
I'm going to the pony.
How about Ferumbras? Where are you going?
Oh well, Ferumbras hates to delay a meal. I think that it's rather important that we hear more about this whole kerfuffle, and he will join the elf and the ranger.
And Emelina, where do you go?
Like I said beforehand, she's gonna go and
right.
And, get us a nice table. Have a nice chat with Barnabas, who I assume is our innkeeper at this time.
I think it's the grandfather of Barlaman.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. And just inquire about what's going on. And she doesn't really care about what's going on with the lady. Just, what's happening in town? Let's assume she's been away for a while because she's a messenger, right? She probably travels a lot, so she wants to see what's been happening in the area.
In fact, you probably suspect that this boy is just off drinking. He's gone off with some friends, maybe for a little spot of hunting, probably some underage drinking. Maybe you doubt her story.
Understood.
those that go into the Pony, it is as lively as it ever is. Every time you go in here, you notice just the cheer and the warmth that's there. It is a little dark in there. There's many lamps that are lit, and there's the hearth fire, but the room is still dark. The ceiling is sooted from years and decades of these fires, but the people are warm and friendly, and the ale is good, the food is good, and much of the talk in town seems to be about what a wonderful summer it has been. Crops are growing well, and there's been really no trouble in town that anyone mentions. If you ask anyone openly about Gandalf in town, a few people might say, yeah, I think he's been here. I haven't seen him, here, but and someone else will chime in, oh yeah, the wizard with the blue hat, big bushy eyebrows. Yeah, he's over on the other side of town. He doesn't come over here much. And a few people might mention, yeah, he was looking for help. He wanted, strong backs and strong swords to go and retrieve some sort of treasure or something. But the wizards, and they all just dismiss it with a bit of a chuckle. But for the most part, your stay in the Prancing Pony is very quiet. That's different from the Lamplighter Inn. The Lamplighter, as you approach, this is a much dingier place. In fact, outside there's refuse, there's trash. It looks like an emptied chamber pot, not a few paces from the door of the Lamplighter Inn. And there's a fellow sitting near the door, leaning up against it, slightly stooped over. Looks like he's been in his cups for quite some time. And he looks up as you approach, and he looks at Thaladir. Hey, you're not from these parts. Well, what are you doing here? This is my establishment. Only Bree folk allowed.
I trust that also those who can pay are welcome.
Show me your coin.
That's a good question. I will try to show him small amount of like Rivendell coin. I fear that he will not recognize them, or they will be bit too different for him. But yeah, I will show him a small handful of relatively insignificant coins.
Yeah, he squints and gets close, and you can feel his breath on your hand as he's hovering over your hand, looking. Yeah, that'll spend. Come on in. And he pushes the door open, and it's a little stiff. The hinges have not been oiled in some time. There's a grinding squeak as the door opens, and this stench comes out of just body odor and stale beer and a little bit of vomit. This is definitely not a nice place. It's dark.
I will quite openly then hide the coins and my coin pouch somewhere deeper inside my robe to not be picked.
Excellent.
Openly.
Very smart.
Excellent. As you go in here, the experience is completely different. Here it's a lot of grumbling about the oppressive nature of the rich folk in Bree, and how no one can seem to get ahead. And you get a sense these are people that are either lazy, and maybe they don't want to farm, or they're failed farmers. Maybe they are down on their luck, having bad times, and some of them just want to blame someone else for their troubles. And you hear this story a lot in here, and it's tedious, but these are people that, for whatever reason, nothing's ever their fault. It's always someone else is responsible for this. And a few of them, when they see you enter, they grow quiet, not recognizing you, knowing you're not one of them. The place gets a little quiet as you get in. The barkeeper, a man named Robert, he comes over and sets down a few mugs on the counter, and these are crock mugs, and there's a slightly foamy liquid in there, and peering into it you can see sediment in the bottom, and you don't know if that's just from this ale, or has he just not cleaned these glasses, and that's backwash from the last 20 or 30 people that have drank here. You don't know, but it looks like swamp water or swill. Looks nasty. Drink up, my friends. First one's on the house. Come to the Lamplighter. Stay and become a friend. One of us. And all eyes are on Thaladir.
I'll pick one up for myself and hand Thaladir one, and I'll raise it, and I'll say, I most certainly have drunk worse, and down it.
Ooh. As you throw it down, the back of your throat, there's a momentary pause where you're like, am I going to throw this up? No, I think I can keep it down. and you gulp it down. And it sits in your belly with a little bit of unease. But you see the people begin to nod and look at each other, knowingly like, this is a good one.
I look at Robert and I ask him. I said, "Do you have much in your pot to feed these good folks?"
We've got some ever stew here. It's been around since the time of my grandfather, and he's got a big pot where they'll take stew out, just add ingredients in, and this thing cooks forever. And sometimes these things last for decades, just the same food being recycled over and over. I have some over here. You're welcome to a pot. A few coins will buy you a hearty meal.
I was hoping that perhaps I could contribute to the pot.
Oh, what do you have?
I said, I could by morning bring back a deer.
Ooh.
I said, but we are here because we are following a wizard who we heard was here recently.
Oh, Gandalf. Aye. Been here quite a bit over the last, I guess over the last month, but I ain't seen him for a week or two. Were you looking to join him? He was after folk with a mind for enterprise.
We heard some of the folk who went along, perhaps shouldn't have.
Oh, well, anyone that follows Gandalf probably shouldn't have followed him, if you know what I mean. No, he was here talking big about some big score he was going to make and just needed some people to help him get rid of some troublemakers, something like that. I can show you where they went. They went out of here, straight out of town, and he points to the back of the inn. There's a back door. March through that door, he done. Him and the whole lot with him. Must have been 8, 9, 10 boys and men with him.
Well, they should leave a fairly easy trail to follow.
Sandwich?
Yeah, definitely you think they would leave a trail.
I'm just going to use, ham.
If you want to go check out that trail, you can give me a roll for that. If you go look, that would be a hunting roll.
A hunting roll? Okay. I will click on
we only have a...
And then a 2 and a 2. You know what? I think this is kind of important, so I'm going to spend a hope.
Nice.
And then, as I have a check with a hunting, does that do any? Does that make me...
Yep, so that's going to roll 2 feet die. You'll take the better of the 2.
So used to.
Now, you've got, under your equipment, you have a small box of salt that is to help you with hunting. To follow a track, I don't know how useful that'll be, but if you can come up with a way, I'll let you do it.
I don't think that'll work, so... I'll just do I did the hope bonus, so let me see roll and see how it goes.
Nice. You get a success? Excellent success there. So as you head out the door, you can see tracks. Looks like, maybe almost a dozen people marched through here, and they go through the back. There's a little alleyway, and it's muddy. You can see these tracks, and then they head off into a hedge. And it looks like someone broke quite a few branches in the hedge as they got through. It's like you could follow this as plain as day.
Okay. I'm going to talk to my compatriots and recommend maybe that they get some lodging at the Pony, and then I will try to keep to my word and go out and bring back something that I can hunt. For these folks.
Yeah. Does anyone go with Malvagil to hunt?
I don't think he should go alone, but I am really poor at hunting, so if nobody goes, I will. But if someone who is better at hunting, then I will accompany him.
Or would Malvagil prefer to go alone?
I don't know that I would prefer, but I might. I'm hopeful that I'm fairly effective at it, and I'm used to traveling alone.
Yeah.
Let's see. I've got 2 pips in it, so yeah, I could be the one to go. If you'd like some female company.
Someone's got to carry the deer out. Why not Emily?
There we go.
Well, Farumbus will, of course, the ranger knows best. He will offer to first try this stew, and then he will head back to the pony and tell Amelina that her services are required for some hunting.
Absolutely.
When you look at the stew for Rumbus, the first thing that you see, your brain pattern matches, oh, this looks like what I thought was the chamber pot emptied out into the street. It looks foul. It's this kind of greasy, brown, thin broth, and there's chunks floating in it. It looks like maybe that was once a vegetable, and there's some strange piece of meat, looks pretty gristly and sinewy, that's in your bowl. You smell it. It smells okay. It doesn't smell off, but it does not look appealing.
Well, I've had worse. I certainly won't mind a little stew. I will give it a go and then head back to the prancing pony.
On your way back to the pony, you regret your choice to have that stew, as it sits heavy in your belly, and the after effects, the burping is just sour and something your stomach didn't agree with. But with the iron constitution of a hobbit, you manage to keep it down. Nothing will wash away that heartburn quite like some finer food at the pony. And so you head to the pony.
Mute your mic.
Now let's go to the hunt. We've got Malvagil and Amelina. So let's do a hunting roll from both of you.
Mm-hmm. Let's see how that works out.
Let's see who finds the deer.
Oh, let's see.
And now, for this, Malvagil, if you want to use that salt, because assuming you take the deer, you could maybe attract the deer with that.
No, that's not a good start.
No, Emelina does not locate a deer. However, Malvagil, with that salt, you do. You see it's a young buck, a 2-point buck, approaching quietly through the weeds, and you pointed out to Amelina, and you're probably a good mile from town when you see this, and it's dark at night, but you can see the movement of that deer, and you watch it for a moment until it affords you an excellent opportunity to harvest that. Now you've got a spear, so. Give me a spears roll, if you would.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Yeah, easily take down the deer. You don't have to pursue it far. It just goes maybe 20 or 30 paces before it drops.
You don't need me at all, do you?
Well, I'll need you to help me carry this back to that godforsaken inn.
Fair.
You dress the deer and get back to the lamplighter, and it's past supper time, but there's still quite a few folk in here. The room is filled with tobacco smoke, and it's very acrid. But you bring this deer, and Robert is just overjoyed. Something about meat's back on the menu, boys, and everybody cheers and is excited as they begin to hack this deer into pieces and throw it on spits over the hearth fire. Some pieces get plopped into the stew pot, but the rest is just seasoned and dripping over the fire with the grease spitting up here and there as it cooks away.
Robert, I would love to claim one of the legs for our trip.
Yeah, in fact, Robert goes over and slaps a few people away that are trying to cut slices off of one of the legs. No. Give that to that fellow there. He done the hard work. He can have a haunch. And once it's cooked, he gives it to you, and it looks really good. This has been well prepared. This is not that swill of a stew that he had, but this is something much nicer.
Excellent. I'll probably try and keep most of it, but I'll probably just if they let you, I don't know if they do or not, I would probably just sit in the corner, as we've seen in several films before. Not knowing if I'm asleep or not, kind of resting there, and then I'll meet the rest of them early in the morning at the pony to get on our way. Yeah, with hopefully a little bit of meat that might last us at least a day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, I guess Amelina will stay there as well, just to keep an eye on what's going on, just to give an evil eye to the people there.
Excellent. the evening passes mostly uneventfully for all parties. The talk of the great deer hunt goes on for an hour at the lamplighter while folk are eating the meat, and those at the pony have a very quiet evening, listening to the locals talk about how good things are looking this summer. Now, with the arrival of dawn, if you choose, you can take that journey. You can follow those tracks and see where they lead. Anyone want to do anything in town before we take that journey? All right, let's do it. So journeys are a special thing in the One Ring. It's almost a mini game in and of itself. I'm going to take us to the journey screen. So when we undertake a journey, we have to choose roles. And let me give a better token here for Deer. There we go. When we undertake a journey, we choose a role. One person can be the guide, and then we can choose people to be hunters, lookouts, and scouts. The guide will make a travel roll. The hunters will be responsible for a hunting roll. The lookouts will make awareness rolls, and the scout will make an explore roll. So I'll let you guys decide. You can move your token kind of where you want to be on the left-hand side of that page there, so I can keep track of who is who.
Right in the middle. Either or. I'm bad at both.
And does anyone want to be our guide?
Yeah, who's a good traveler? Nobody.
Nobody. We're in trouble.
Ferumbras is all right when it comes to traveling the roads. He could try and guide us, though we may get lost, but he'll do his best.
Go ahead and move Ferumbras up. So we've got 1 scout, 1 hunter, and 2 lookouts. All right, so the way that this will work is our guide will make a travel roll. Now, if you succeed, we move 3 hexes, and there's a map. Let me, in fact, show you the map here. So here is the player map.
I was just trying to adjust my screen so I could see that corner.
Oh yeah, so on Foundry, if you need to zoom in or out, your mouse wheel should work.
There we go.
If you need to drag a screen, you can hold down the right button and then drag, and it will move the entire screen for you.
Much better.
We're here in the village of Bree, and the trail seems to lead a little bit to the northeast. We're not sure where it will go. Now, if you're watching this video later, I have it marked on this map, but it's hidden, so you can't see it, so we know the route. But then I consult a GM's map that tells me exactly how many hexes this journey will take, and when we do the journey, if we succeed on the travel roll, we go 3 hexes, plus 1 for every 6 that's rolled. If we fail, then we go 2 hexes, and then we have an event. So let's do the first leg of this journey, and I need Ferumbras to please make a travel roll.
Yes, could I sing some sort of traveling song to perhaps inspire myself?
Absolutely. So in the game there are songs that you can discover and learn, and I'm going to go ahead and let you make that song roll. And if you do, what the songs typically do on journeys is it helps with your rolls and can help with fatigue. There we go. Excellent. So give yourself a bonus die on your travel roll.
Bravo, bravo.
You do that travel roll.
It might be a stretch, but I'm going to spend a point of hope. Could I use my distinctive feature, Rhymes of Lore, to perhaps help me? As I recall lore about the area, perhaps I can point out landmarks that might help me to know where we are on the road.
Yep, absolutely. Nice. So just a regular success, that will move us 3 hexes, and then we will have an event. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to roll to see who the target of the event is, so I'll roll a 6-sided die. This is going to target the lookouts. We've got 2 of them. So only one of you can do this. So one of you will get to choose to be the first lookout. This will be an awareness roll, but let me see what the event is before you roll that. So I'm going to roll a feat die, and this will be a Gandalf, a joyful sight. So if your awareness roll succeeds, everyone will regain 1 hope. And so far, only 3 of you have used hope, so this is actually a great boon. So which lookout wants to make this first roll?
Well, I would probably say you use the funky randomizer you have, but we can also roll 1d2.
I can do the randomizer.
I'm also not afraid of rolling. Yeah, I can.
I have a check, so I think I get 2 12-siders and take the best.
Yes.
Yes, so do I.
Oh, you do? Okay, you should do it.
Well, how many diamonds do you both have?
And what's your
2.
target number?
I have 2 levels in the skill, and target is 12 with favored.
My target is 11.
Ooh.
Oh, then if you have 2 skills, then yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I think this might be a Malvagil roll.
All right. And obviously we don't spend hope on this.
You can if you want to.
Well, knowing it's a joyful... Oh, no, I would regain 1. Yeah, I've only spent
fair.
1. So it's net +2. Why not?
Nice. So as you are walking the first stretch, you come across a scene. The trail seems to take you directly towards the Midgewater Marsh, and you're like, why would Gandalf go through here? You can see where it looks like a few people got stuck on the edge of the swamp, and there's areas where it looks like someone fell and was pulled out, and you're like, I'm going to avoid this. And so your joyful sight is seeing this potential danger and thinking, we can avoid a lot of this trouble. Let's skirt the edge of the marsh. And so everyone can regain 1 hope if you have spent it. And we also gain no fatigue from this, which is wonderful. And then let's go to our guide. Let's give us another travel roll. So the first 3 days, we're in good spirits. We're off doing something great. We've already spotted some danger and been able to avoid it.
Well, I will continue to hum to myself some of my rhymes that recall the lore of the land.
Thanks, Mom.
Yes, try and navigate these roads.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Nailed it. So 3 more hexes. So let me show you on our map kind of where we are going, so you can have an idea of where this has taken us. Let me take us to the map. And so the first little stretch took us from Bree through the Midgewater Marshes. This is where we had our joyful sight, where we were out of the marsh. This next stretch takes us north, kind of skirting along those the Weather Hills, and we're headed directly towards Fornost when we have our second event. And so let's go back to our journey page. Let me roll to see who the target of this event will be. Oh, it's going to be our lookouts again. So maybe this time we'll have Thaladir do this roll. Mm-hmm. And let me see what the event will be. Now, we are in Dark Lands, and so we're going to roll 2 dice, and we're going to use the worst one. So a 5 or a 4. Well, they're the same. It's a mishap. And so if your awareness roll fails, it adds a day to the length of the journey, and then you will gain an additional fatigue, and everyone will gain 2 fatigue. So in this case, the mishap is as we are traveling along, we see a stretch of ground that the trail seems to get lost here, and we begin to wonder, did we lose it? Where did it go? And we take some time trying to find these tracks again. So if Thaladir wants to make that roll.
Thaladir is contemplating if he should try his useful item of this stimulating brew.
That does help your awareness.
It's set to help awareness, yes. But it's not pleasant to drink. Yeah, I will roll without. Let's see where we go. Yeah.
Well, we got a Gandalf
Wow.
rune. That's all we needed was the Gandalf rune. And so, in that case, then there is no additional fatigue, and you managed to find the trail without much time. And so it looks
Wow.
as though there was an area where maybe there was a rainstorm washed away many of the tracks, but you're thinking, well, they couldn't have gone there or there. So there's a pause while you're looking for this. But eventually you find it, and you wave the others over, and the journey continues. And so we've now been roughly 6 days out here, and, the Hamfast's mom, Lucinda, said that she thought it was maybe a week's journey, but you don't see any sign of a camp or a fire or anything nearby, but you are getting closer to Fornost, which makes everyone a little uneasy. Let's have Ferumbras give us another travel roll.
Yes, before I do, could I perhaps consult my little journal and my leather book and see what I might know about Fornost and
Yeah.
the ruins in this the North Downs?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Oh,
That's a
another
great-
Gandalf. Yeah, automatic success. So Fornost as Norbury is what most of the Shire hobbits would call it. You've only heard bad things. That's a place where you have been told to avoid. Stick to the Shire, they say. But Fornost, that's a place where it is rumored that the dead still walk those halls. Now, you don't know if that's true or not, but that's the lore that mothers tell their young hobbits to try and keep them away from that place. But it's definitely something that gives you a little sense of trepidation the closer you get. Your whole life you've been told don't go here, and now the trail is leading you in that direction.
Well, this is most discouraging, but onward we shall go.
Go ahead and make that travel roll. Oof. Okay, we go 2 hexes, and then we have trouble. So let me mark on our player map where we end up here. So the trail goes towards Fornost, and then right about there, we've got trouble. Let's go back to our journey page. Let me roll to see who the target is. Oh, it's going to be our lookout again. And we're going to roll 2 dice and take the worst of these. Either a 3... Oh, it's the Eye of Sauron. If the roll fails, the target is wounded. And everyone's going to take 3 points of fatigue. So I'm tracking the fatigue. That acts like load on your character after the journey. You'll have a chance to try to mitigate some of that. But a wound is terrible. Once you're wounded, if you take another wound, you're dying. And the wound can take days to heal. So this is one you definitely want to make this roll. Now, to be fair, I'm going to randomly roll to see who it is that's going to get chosen between Malvagil and Thaladir. So I'll flip a coin here. And, alright, it is Malvagil.
And for these, we can't do, help, right?
Because we have 2 lookouts, I would say that you could
I am willing to spend a point of hope to help you with this.
Nice.
Now,
So
now
this-
one thing that we could do, as an elf, you could get what's called a magical success. If Thaladir wanted to step up and say, I've got this, you can spend a point of hope and make a magical success. It'll automatically succeed, but that tends to raise what's called the eye awareness. People around you would know, hey, something magical just happened. Gandalf grows inside Bilbo's home and everything goes dark, kind of thing. Frodo vanishing in the prancing pony. And so it would raise the eye awareness, which makes it more likely that bad things find us. But if you ever need to do that, we do have an elf that is capable of getting a magical success. But Malvagil,
To do the
yeah, go ahead.
But
Was it
for
to
now,
do-
Malvigil is not like Thaladir thinks that Malvigil has got this. He has seen him ace his previous role, so
Oh,
he will be confident for just giving him 1 point of hope as a support.
Perfect. So Malvigil, if you spend a point of hope, then you can become inspired if you can call upon one of your distinctive features. And you have tall
I was looking at Shadow Lord.
Lore. Yeah, I think
Yeah, like-
because you're close to Fornost, I would absolutely let you do that.
If that's the terrible misfortune, if it's something to do with the shadow.
Yep.
All right, let's see what this roll does.
Ooh, it's a lot of dice. Ooh. Okay, we got it with an extraordinary success. So,
Wow.
so you are not wounded. What happens is, as we get close to Fornost, as a ranger, you know the dangers that are in here, and you know you do not want to spend a night in Fornost if it can be helped. It seems like the day, you know. I'll tell you what, Malviga, have you ever seen the living dead or just rumors of them?
I would say I've probably seen them.
Yeah, you've probably seen maybe a barrel white or something that should not be alive but that is. And your worry is that Fornost is filled with this. And so you know that during the day they tend not to come out. They prefer the cover of darkness. And so if you can urge the group away from here, the more the better. Well, what happens is one of our ponies, maybe Ferumbrus's pony, throws a shoe, and we're stuck here. We lose precious time taking care of this, and we're going to have to spend a night. That's the terrible misfortune. We've got to spend a night near Fornost. We're not in Fornost, but we're close. We're a few miles away. And maybe you keep a wary eye, and you stay up throughout the night watching for danger. And with that extraordinary success, for whatever reason, the fire that you keep burning, the torch that you hold, there's no trouble. Nothing assaults you in the night. That could have been really bad.
And I think while we're setting up the fire or whatever, I'm gonna let others know, tell them that story, so that they're prepared in case there's anything untoward when we get to Fornost.
Yeah, sleep with your sword. The next morning you get up and everyone looks as though they haven't slept well. That's where the 3 fatigue comes from. It was a rough night. Not much sleep happened, and you wake up and you're already weary. Like you've been marching now for 7 days 8 days, and you thought you would have seen Ham by now, but there's no sign. This is already turning into a longer journey than you thought, and you get the pain in your back, and the rations are starting to run a little low, and maybe you get people starting to get a little bit on edge, a little bit grumbly. Let's have our guide make another travel roll as you go after that path.
Oh, yes. I think that I had the map upside down. I will lead us the right way today.
We believe in you.
Oh, okay. If we get an Eye of Sauron roll and it's not in combat, that raises the eye awareness. So I'm going to increase that by 1. If that hits the 18, which is the hunt threshold, then bad things will happen to us. So we get a failure. We only go 2 days before we've got trouble. So let me mark on our map where we're at here. Thankfully, the trail seems to skirt away from Fornost. Maybe Gandalf thought better of doing this. Let's go to our journeys. And let me roll to see who the target will be. Oh, sorry, not a 2-sided die. 6-sided die. It's going to be the scout, so this is going to be Drogo. And let's see what the event is. It's going to be the worst of these two. Oh, a Gandalf rune or a 10. These are both good, so it's going to be a chance meeting. So if our scout's explore roll succeeds, there will be 0 fatigue gained, and I will improvise an encounter that favors the company. So, Drogo, I need an explore roll from you, as maybe you go up and you're talking to Ferumbrus, like, why does the path lead in a different direction? And maybe you go out and explore a little bit to see, is there something that turned them away or something that lured them in another direction?
Okay. Okay.
Oh, so close. So you would have needed a Gandalf rune to succeed on that, which you have a 1 in 12 chance of getting without spending hope. So everyone will take 1 point of fatigue. We don't have a favorable chance encounter, but we are all overjoyed to see that we are not seemingly headed to Fornos. So let me add some fatigue here on everyone.
Sorry.
It happens.
It does.
Got stuck in a bush.
Yeah, maybe you found like a bunch of wild strawberries and you get distracted eating these strawberries. So that's the chance meeting is, oh, look, we've got some sweets. And you come back with an armload of strawberries wrapped in a handkerchief, and everyone's thinking, did you find the way? No, but look what I found. And that's at least something that people enjoy, is that maybe you missed that little hoard of treasure that was just hidden a few steps further on. Let's have our guide make another travel roll.
Yes, I think that last time this spot on the map that I thought was where we were going was simply a bit of jelly I'd spilled on my map.
A great success. So we actually go 4 hexes. Let me take us to our map, and I will mark where this event happens. So we actually turn and begin to head south again. And we get down on the other side of the Weather Hills. Let's go back to our journey page. So it seems as though Gandalf maybe had a change of heart or a change of mind. Let's see who our target will be for this journey. It's going to be our lookouts. And in this case, we only roll 1 12-sided die because we're getting out of the kind of what's called the dark lands, and that shows up on my map, so I know which ones are kind of more dangerous than others. A 9, a shortcut. If this roll succeeds, we reduce the length of the journey by 1 day, and everyone will gain 1 point of fatigue. I think this is Thaladir's turn. If Thaladir wants to make this roll.
Sure, I can.
Do you need some a hope die from me?
I don't think so. I will claim the useful item for me, so it should be good. Keyword should. I am favored. Yeah, it should be good.
Nice. Thank goodness for favored.
Yeah, for the favored, yeah.
So excellent. So you do find a shortcut. This reduces the length of our journey by 1 day. As you see the path kind of wends and winds through some difficult patches, and you go up kind of climbing an elevated point on the Weather Hills, and you see, oh, well, it looks like they went there. I see the remains of a campsite. Let's just cut through here, and we'll skip all that little jogging that they did trying to find a place. And we tend to have a little easier go of it than they did. I think probably 1 more travel roll might do it if we get a success here.
Well, I think I've got this thing figured out. Shouldn't be too hard.
Turns out it was hard. Let's go to our map. This will still likely be our last event before we arrive, so we're still in good shape here. Let me choose a target to see who it's going to be. We've not had our hunter need to do anything. Oh, there we go. It's going to be the hunter. All right, so this will be Amelina. It's like I spoke it into existence here.
You did.
It will be a 5. So this is a mishap. So we're running low on food. And we've got 2 hobbits in the party. That's the same as having like 6 men. And one day we're going through the food and there is nothing for dinner. We need to hunt and get food. Otherwise, bad things will happen. Everyone will gain an additional fatigue just from hunger. So I need that hunting roll.
Absolutely. I'm looking at my distinctive features as I am going to spend a point of hope. But I don't see being tall or being stern helping me hunt
So
at the least.
I think maybe tall, because maybe you know that from an elevated point I can see a little further, or maybe if I get up in a tree, maybe that'll do. Or we're near the hills. You climb a rock.
Why not? So in this case, yes, by being tall, I'm able to be a better hunter.
Yeah.
Huntress, I'd say huntress.
Better huntress.
Let's go. Oh, is that enough?
Oh,
no.
Missed it by 1. So you will gain an additional fatigue, and this adds a day to the journey. So let me add the fatigue, and Amelina gets an extra 1. So everyone gets 2. And Amelina gets 3. Okay. One more travel roll will get us there. Go ahead and give us that travel roll for Umbris.
Yes, it's a most unfortunate misfortune we don't have dinner, but I suppose the real misfortune is that I brought extra biscuits, but not enough to share.
Yeah, as you're leading the way, you're munching on biscuits. You guys all see this trail of crumbs. Like, where did these come from? And Ferumbra seems to be getting fatter and fatter. Excellent. So 4 days. Let me mark that on our map here. So we end up right about here. And I'm going to mark this with a blue circle. And this is where the trail seems to end. And it ends just outside a house. And this house looks to be a large farmhouse. It's near late afternoon when we arrive, and you can see an old man, and he's kind of wandering around the yard. He's got a big staff, maybe a cudgel in his hand. He doesn't seem to have noticed us yet. And as we arrive, we can see the fire. Maybe he's got a smokehouse or something back there. You can smell cooked food. He's got a warm beds inside there. This would be a great place. We need to take care of the rest of our travel before we go any further. So we've gained some fatigue. Now, I've got a travel sheet here. If you go to the items, it's like the little briefcase. You'll see under journey logs, there's one that says going after Hamfast. And I've marked down all of the fatigue on here. And so this is just the fatigue from the journey. If you have a mount, it gets reduced by that number. So for Umbris, you have a mount that will help you with 1 point. Thaladir will help you with 2 points. And Drogo will help you with 1 point.
I don't see Amelina's horse.
Amelina, I don't think has a horse. So her
Bjornings were common. Sounds living was common.
Let me see. Does she not have her horse on there?
No, it's not there.
She should have a horse. Let me put that on there.
Or was that the one that was eaten in the night?
Yeah.
She should have an old horse. An old mare. Let's say it's an old mare.
Let me get that old horse.
Because I got a lot of fatigue. If I can take at least 1 point off, it's going to be great.
Perfect. There. Now we've got the old horse on there. That will reduce it by 1. So let me add that for us. Okay, and Emelina's goes down to 9. Now you can all make a travel roll. If you succeed, you reduce your fatigue by 1, and any 6s you get will reduce it by additional points. So I'll let you all make a travel roll, and you can spend hope on this. So Thaladir does not, nor does Ferumbris. Nor does Emelina.
Oh, bloody hell.
Malvagil reduces it by 1. And how about Drogo?
I haven't succeeded a single
Which
roll.
skills travel?
It's
Oh
called
wait, I
travel.
found it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I found it.
And then this fatigue, you'll lose 1 point for every like good night's sleep you spend, not out in the wild, but like in a home, like this home.
Could I be inspired since I'm spending hope on the travel rule? Because like it's the fellowship of the companionship of like traveling with like
Let's
my buds.
let's look at your distinctive features. So you do have faithful. So you are doing this on at the behest of that
Yeah.
Lucinda. So I would say you could use faithful because you're not doing this of your own your own desire for treasure. You're doing this for someone else. So I would let you be inspired for that. Alas. So now you're going to, on your character sheet, you're going to add your fatigue. And so I'll read these off. The fatigue goes near your load. There's a small diamond for fatigue. So for Rumbris, you have 8 points of fatigue. Thaladir, you have 7. Drogo has 8. Amelina has 9. And Malvagil has 8.
You see Emelina chucking her helmet across the field. Bugger off, you.
So if you need to reduce your load,
Yeah.
you can by dropping equipment. But again, that fatigue will ease up as the day goes on.
So we just add it to load?
So next to load, there's a small diamond that says fatigue. You'll put it in the fatigue box.
I'm not
Is that-
seeing that.
So
Is
under
8?
it's under resources. It's above like your combat proficiencies. It's below your skills and distinctive features. That's next to between
okay.
endurance and hope.
Yes.
Is the 8 included with the -1 for my mount?
Yeah, so I already took the 1 off of you for your mount.
And I don't seem to be
Okay.
able to edit my sheet. Because I couldn't add the hope either. I don't know
You
if I'm
should
just not-
scroll down on your sheet. You can scroll it down.
Yeah, if you scroll down, you should have the resources. It'll show endurance, load, hope, and shadow.
Yep. I see that, and I click into fatigue. And it's not... Oh, you know what? It's my keyboard being silly. Alright, so I will change my hope up 1 too.
Perfect. There we go. Excellent. Has everybody got their fatigue in there? Anyone need any assistance?
Brandon, can you remove the helm from my? Because even though I click it off,
If
it
you-
doesn't take my load off.
If you click on
You should click on
dropped,
dropped.
yeah, click on dropped, and it should.
Oh, it's got to be dropped.
Yeah, there.
Gotcha.
Now it removes your load.
Oh, that's great. I didn't see that dropped. Perfect.
So how can we see with load, like, does it tell us we have to get rid of something?
No, so where load comes into play, you look at your endurance and your load. If your endurance ever drops to the level of your load or below, you become weary. And then whenever you make a die roll, the 6-sided die, a 1, 2, or 3 will count as a 0. And so
Okay, I'm good.
yeah, so as long as your endurance is higher than your load, you're okay. And then you have a good night's rest. Hopefully tonight at the farmhouse of whoever this is, that fatigue will drop by 1 for every day that happens. And then you can also drop gear if you need to get that load down. But I don't think anyone is weary yet.
Yeah, Thaladir is also close to dropping the helmet.
Yeah.
Not to the ground, but yeah.
Put it on your horse or something.
Yeah, exactly, but not quite yet.
So we've got this house. We're hungry. We're tired. We see this old man stalking about. He looks to be not the friendliest sort. The trail leads up here to the farmhouse, and then we lose it. It's up here, maybe at this gate up here. What do we do?
Ferumbris will call out, "Good morning, sir. You keep a fine farm indeed."
Hey, who says that? Show yourself to me.
Well, that would be I, sir. Ferumbras Whitfoot, at your service, a hobbit of the Shire.
What do you want?
Well, we have been traveling for some time now and have happened upon your fine farm here, and perhaps if you would be so generous as to allow us to re-provision, we would be in your thanks.
Give me a courtesy roll. Nice, with a great success. So we're going to have a brief council. This is another mini game, kind of like the journey. We set a resistance, and with this person, the resistance is 6. So we need to get 6 successes. Our time limit is, because we got a success on that courtesy roll, is 4 plus 1. So we have 5 opportunities. So let me make a council here, and we'll do this. Let me just put this in here.
Wait.
Okay, so we need to get 6 successes. We have 5 attempts. Now, what you can do is you can choose who wants to make a roll. They can do like awe to impress him with their stature and standing. Another courtesy roll, maybe a riddle roll to try and ask him about these tracks. I would even allow maybe a song roll. Anything that you think might be useful to try and win the trust of this farmer. We can do that now. So, who wants to make the first roll? We need 6 successes.
I can do all 3, like song, riddle, courtesy, like pretty decently. I have 2 of them check marked, and at least for courtesy and riddle, I have 3 diamonds. So I can do pretty much all of them decently.
Yeah, go ahead and choose one, Drogo, and tell me what you would say, and if it's something, if you put some good effort into it, I may even give you a bonus die on this. So what would you say, using either your courtesy or riddle or awe or song?
I'm going to do courtesy. Wait, actually, I'm going to do courtesy. I'm going to thank him for letting us, like, basically giving us a chance to ask for provision and shelter, and like be just very thankful.
Yeah. Go ahead and add a bonus die onto that. Now you can also spend hope, and if you have something that might give you the distinctive feature that might give you inspired, I would let you do that as well. I'll let you go ahead and make that roll.
Bonus. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna roll.
Excellent roll. So great
nice.
success. So that counts as 2 successes. So
Nice.
he looks at you and says, "Oi, we've food on the table. I'm hungry just as you are. I'm sure the missus might set aside a little bit extra for you. You look small. I don't suppose you'd eat a lot anyway." And you get the feeling maybe he's never been around hobbits before. And so you and Ferumbras kind of look at each other and grin, like, oh boy. Who's next? We have 4 more attempts. We need 4 more successes.
Malvagil's going to hang way in the back, waiting for a chance later maybe to go hunting to make up for all the things we take.
Nice.
Because Malvagil's got none of these skills.
If you want to make a hunting roll, you could tell him this. I will go and find game to benefit your table, and I would allow that. Of course, if you end up not finding game, that may turn out badly, but you can at least make the offer.
My son told me I was muted, which is good. So yes, I will take this offer.
Excellent.
I would like to spend a hope point.
Okay.
And see if I can't be inspired, as I'm an honorable man. And as I proved before, I will go and I will succeed at what I'm trying to do to help the others.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, let's see what happens on the hunt.
Nice. So there's a success, and so maybe you tell him I will go and get something, and if we fast forward, you do find something. I'm going to say you find a couple of rabbits, and bring back a brace of conies. We need 3 more successes. We've got 3 more attempts. Who wants to go next?
So based on from what Thaladir has heard from now, from this farmer, what kind of person is he? Like, based on I'm trying to figure out what kind of argument would be better, because I will either try to awe him, saying that we are somewhat important travelers and he would be somewhat honored to shelter us, but I'm starting to suspect he's kind of like grumpy off-gridder that does not want anyone to say him they are greater men than him. So maybe singing would be a better option here.
You could give me an insight roll to see.
That's yeah, sure. Gandalf will definitely tell me. Yeah, this is gonna be fine.
Yeah, you're not sure, so you'll have to make a choice, because he could either react very favorably if he's the sort that would impress him, or he might just think, the last thing I need is a bunch of minstrels coming to my door begging for scraps. What kind of person do you think he would be?
I had a feeling from his he greeted us in somewhat grumpy way, if I remembered correctly. Yeah. So I don't think trying to tell him that he should be honored that such greater company has joined him is not going to go well. So I will play it somewhat more cautiously and just try to sing him to show some more.
Yeah, maybe
okay, let's not go for noble. Let's not go for noble songs, but I will still try to play him something that he probably hasn't heard, and try to show him that we can provide some amount of entertainment.
And he clearly lives far away from a city, and so he probably would be grateful for any sort of entertainment, especially if the song, if it was something that might inspire him. And I think you would know just the right song. You would choose just the right one. I'm going to give you a bonus die on this, because you did go back and forth. Should I appeal to this? Should I appeal to that? And I think you made a good choice.
Yeah, I'm also claiming 1 bonus die for my, well, it's not special loot, it's special just because it's elf.
Yeah. Oh,
that's a lot of 60s. Yeah. Damn.
Okay, so that's 3 successes. So that's actually going to be everything that we need. So your song is it touches him, and he stops and he's leaning on his staff as you're singing, and you see him nodding his head. He says, I've not heard such good words for a long, long time. Come on in, then. There's room at the table. Just wipe your feet before you come in. You're welcome to stay for dinner, but not a moment longer. And he will let you into the house.
That was quite a fine song. Ferumbras will be sure to jot that down in his book.
I will be happy to share songs. I have only a limited songbook myself, but yeah, I definitely have something, and I'm looking for other songs.
He lets you in the house and introduces the household. His wife, Ernalda, he says, she's cooking dinner. She'll come say hi in a moment. Let me introduce you to me 2 sons. This here is Farrell Jr. I'm known as Farrell as well. I'm this Farrell Sr. And then this young one here, that's Farweld. These are their wives over here. Nice, wonderful ladies, Poppy and Tulla. Now, what brings you to these parts?
I guess I'm gonna let him know that we've come following a wizard.
More like looking for someone called Hamfast.
I don't know no Hamfast, but the wizard, well, he come here not 4 or 5 days ago. I chased him away. He threatened me with these fireworks. He said he'd launch fire at my house and burn it down if I didn't give him what he wanted. Well, I ain't giving him nothing. He's bad news, and that lot that was with him, they look like outlaws if you ask me.
You are wise.
Yeah.
We are seeking someone who was taken by this wizard to bring back to their family.
Well, I don't know where they stay, but we've had no end of trouble with that lot. Why, just 2 nights ago, they come here at night, firing arrows into the house. One nearly broke a window. If I'd been sitting in my seat here, would have struck me right in the back. That wizard's up to no good.
If you would give us your permission to stay in your barn, we can keep an eye out this night to make sure that they do not attempt such a thing again.
He grows very quiet, and he gives you this long, hard stare, like he's weighing, your character. And give me a valor roll as he's looking at you. It's a very uncomfortable look.
Everyone?
No, just was that Malvagil that was speaking?
Yeah.
Yep, just Malvagil.
All right.
Nice. Yeah.
Glad I spent that little hope I have.
Yeah, he gives you this look, and for a minute you feel like, oh my gosh, like he's gonna kill us in our sleep. And then he gives a little harump. Huh, it's fine with me. The barn's as good a place as any. You'll stay out of my house. During the night, you're welcome to use this table. If it rains, the barn's mostly dry. The animals are friendly. Keep an eye on my lot, and I'll have breakfast for you in the morning. Are we agreed?
You are more than fair.
Good. Now, let's eat. And Ernalda brings out food for all. There's fresh baked bread. There's a pie. There is a hearty vegetable soup, as well as a few chickens that she's roasted. And she sets them on the table, and everyone begins to eat. The 2 boys seem to eat in a little bit of silence, almost in awe at everyone that has gathered here in their room. It's like they don't get too many visitors. They probably their pa doesn't invite too many people in, and so this is a rare occasion, especially to see 2 halflings as well as what must be a ranger. They presume this huge, tall woman that's probably got more strength than the 2 of them combined, as well as this curious Thaladir. They're not sure what to make of Thaladir. And why don't we take our break here? Let's take about an 8-minute break, and when we get back, we will resume the game. Go ahead and get a drink, use the restroom, have a grilled rabbit, whatever you have on hand, and I'll see you in about 8 minutes.
My fate is unspoken. locate them there. But it doesn't make much sense to me. I think that the DM might be out to get me. A hero in armor and truth, bards tell my legacy. The flame of my torch illuminates the enemy. I win in a battle, you win foes asunder. Deeper I venture, the deeper I wonder. The bodies pile up before me, the corpses I plunder. The deeper I venture, the deeper I wonder. Crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to a immutable caper. And while in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice and my fate is unspoken. I drink my last potion. I charge through the open gate. The flame of the dragon tried to seal my awful fate. With a handful of dice, 5 times I rolled 20. The dragon goes down, the DM will bloody. I leave with the princess, a satchel chock full of gold. We head to the tavern, where my mighty tale unfolds. Crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to a naval caper. While in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice and my fate is unspoken. The king honored me with a mighty crossbow. It's blessed by the elves, he said. I thank him and I go. The life of a hero, struggling to stay alive. It's worth all the hardship though, 'cause now I'm a level 5. Level 5.
right, I am back. Sound off if you're here.
Art is here.
I'm here.
Here,
Excellent.
I hear Henry running across the floor.
So he is on his way.
Yeah.
Excellent. And is Amelina back? Or is she still feasting? Oh, we'll give Amelina just another moment to arrive. Oh, are you there with us, Amelina? I see you've unmuted, but I don't hear you.
Yeah, I suspect she's microphone muted.
Yeah. Oh, I heard breathing or something. I am not hearing Davey D. If you need to drop out of the voice chat and then rejoin, sometimes that fixes it. Discord is a tricky beast.
Can you hear
yes,
me now?
Yes, now I can hear
Oh,
you.
there you go.
Excellent. Welcome back. All right.
Thank you.
We are ready. Let's go back into action. So we spend a night at Farrell's house. Now we can all remove a point of fatigue from your character sheet. So go down to where your load is and reduce your fatigue by 1 point as you spend the night. Now, when we do a long rest, you can also you can recover hope in the form of our fellowship points. So we have a pool of 5 fellowship points, and during a rest you can use those to restock hope points. And that if we're doing like a campaign, every session that refills, and so we'd have 5 points. Since this is a one shot, we'll just have one chance to kind of use these. So if anyone wants to pull some hope out of there, we got 5 points to split up amongst all of you. It looks like Drogo is down 1 point of hope, Malvagil is down 5, Amelina is down 2, we've got Ferumbris is down 5, and Thaladir is down 1. So how do you want to divvy up those hope points?
Do we want to just do one each?
Yeah, we could do one
I
each.
feel like I don't need any hope. I'm at 19. I'm good. So I feel like I would donate mine to one of the people who are down 5.
So Malvagil is by far the lowest. So maybe Malvagil takes 2.
Same for Amelina. She'll pass hers down to somebody who needs it more.
So maybe for
Even though it's not really a character, but me as a player, that's what I think.
Yeah.
Not who as a person.
Or do we want to give? So we could do. Do you want to do 3 for Malvagil? So Malvagil would take 1, and then 1 from Drogo, 1 from Amelina, and then Ferumbris would take 1, and Thaladir takes 1.
Yeah, I'm contemplating also not participating for now.
Maybe give another one to Malvagil.
Yeah, let's do it that way.
Okay, so Malvagil can take 4. And then Ferumbris, do you want that 1 point? That puts everybody just about into double digits. Everybody's sitting pretty good there. We would normally, like if you do a prolonged rest, you would recover all of your endurance unless you're wounded, but we hadn't lost any endurance and no one was wounded. And I'm going to change this song. I don't know what this song's about, but it's got weird, like, a little too rustic.
It feels rootish.
It does.
Something with a little root.
Yeah, let's do something more heroic here. There we go. That night, as we are
no time.
As we are in the barn, you can hear some sounds coming from the house, and Farrell comes out to the barn and says, "Come on in. Let's have a chat." And he is he's holding something in his hand. It looks like it might be a bottle.
Well, I guess we're gonna go chat. Is there a drinking skill, or do we clearly we don't want the hobbits drinking too much?
He walks into the house. He doesn't even wait for you guys to follow, but you just see him head into the house, and he leaves the door open. Do you all go in, or just some of you? Do you leave the hobbits back to kind of keep watch?
I mean, I would volunteer to watch.
Yeah,
Everybody's welcome.
I don't see Alamina going in for a chat or anything. She'll stand guard if everybody else wants to go inside.
To me, and
See how
Alamina?
easy it is to split the party? This is awesome.
Well, yes, Ferumbras wouldn't miss a chance for a drink. He'll head inside.
So we've got Drogo and Emelina staying back. Ferumbras is going in. What about Malvagil and Thaladir?
I'm definitely going in.
Thaladir, do you
Yeah,
go
I'm
in?
kind of. I fear I am better at standing guard, but I'm wondering, like, what is the chance that these guys will return to shoot some more arrows over the. Who is standing outside the guard? There is
Drogo
so
and
Drogo and
Emelina.
Amelina.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have noticed them being particularly good in awareness or scanning. Like from what I saw them from their journeying, I don't think they are the most
Yeah.
outlooky people.
Wada.
Yeah, let's say that Taladir will have some from his like patrolling times have some bad feeling about this, and will actually even drink the mirror ward to boost up his awareness.
Nice.
So
He's being
what?
paranoid.
Do you want a piece of me, you bloody elf? You trying to say I'm not good at my job?
Your skills lie elsewhere.
You're good at desk things. So we've got Ferumbras and Malvagil going into have a chat with Farrell.
I hope it's just a chat.
When you walk in the house, he is seated near the fire and he's glaring at you. And he's holding this bottle in his hand. It looks like a bottle of wine from the South Farthing. And the first thing he does not do is offer any of it to you. But he says, "Ugh, them two dogs. Let them two dogs loose. Let them run. They'll help patrol the yard. Better sentries than all of ye." Ugh. And lets out a little burp. "Them dogs, they'll bark out orders if there's another attack tonight. I trust them more than I trust anyone. Let them dogs loose. Now, tell me why you're really here. You come to rob me? You working for the wizard?"
The mother of the boy Hamfast, Bree, is worried sick, much as you would be worried sick if anything happened to your boys. So
Only
we've
if
come to
something
chase
happened to
down
Farrell.
the wizard.
Something could happen to Farwell, I wouldn't care. That boy's useless.
He did appear to be the runt of the litter.
That he is. Does nothing but take food from the table and offers nothing in return. That boy's a dreamer, head in the clouds all the time.
Keep the wizard away from him.
Yeah, indeed. Keep the wizard away from all of us. That wizard, nothing but fireworks and cheap tricks. Ha! Why, my boy, he once told me he seen a giant walking down from the north like a man made of snow and darkness, only tall as a mountain. And he looks at the bottle. He ain't even been drinking. I don't even have them sorts of visions when I'm into me cups.
I've been through the mountains many a time, and I've not seen such as that.
Yeah, well, you got some
There is
sense,
there is darkness and shadow.
if you say
Normally
so.
it's just... Well, if you have not experienced any, then you are living a blessed life.
Well, blessed, I don't know, but I certainly look out for me own. And I do this by not trusting strangers. I might have been trusting earlier, but now that I see things clearly, and you see him wobbling slightly, I'm having second thoughts.
I'm gonna like look around his kitchen to see if there's anything that's kind of like tea or coffee-ish?
Yeah, yes, there is a over the fire. There is a kettle that's sitting on a little grate. You can see a little steam coming out of it. It's got to be either hot water or coffee.
I want to see if I can use healing to
Ooh.
offer him. I want to say I am from the north, and I says in the north we have a special brew. I said if you would allow me, I would love to prepare it so that you may experience it. I'd be happy to try it first if you don't trust me.
I don't trust you. Maybe you're gonna poison me. You drink it first,
No.
and you too. And he points at Ferumbras. You drink it too. Neither of you keel over. I'll have some.
I don't know if it's within my. I do have healing, but I want to see if I could just come up with a the old hangover antidote.
Yeah, I think healing would be appropriate there. Maybe you find some, some tomato juice and anything you can to try and sober him up a little.
Yeah, I don't know that necessarily honorable. If I spent a point, would be that worthwhile for inspired, but I'll mix the brew.
Okay. Missed it by one. You're pretty sure you've made a good concoction here.
Maybe he drank too much.
Yeah, it smells right to you. It's very strong coffee. You pour a little in 3 cups, and he leaves his on the table, not even touching it, while he looks at the two of you, waiting to see you drink it.
Happy to drink it.
What about you? And he looks at Ferumbras.
Oh, yes, I wouldn't turn down a drink. Thank you very much.
Well, you ain't having none of mine. And he pulls the bottle close to his chest. All right. You feeling all right? You feeling dizzy? Feeling nauseous? Tell me, young
Not
one.
at all.
I'll try your drink. And he holds the...
Well, I'm feeling a bit full, but not nauseous, sir. Thank you.
Well, you're only full because of the hospitality of me and my table. Don't you forget it. And he takes the cup and sniffs it, actually dips a finger in it, pulls it out. Ah, it's hot. Takes a little tiny sip, swishes it around, swallows it. I don't see what's so special about this. Tastes just like the sort of coffee my wife makes.
I'm sure the coffee that your wife makes is far superior.
Ooh. With that, you see him grin a little bit. Yeah, it's good stuff. Ronaldo knows how to make it right.
Unfortunately, I've learned my skills out in the wilds, and we don't have nearly as good of ingredients as you would have.
Good. Well, tell me a little bit more about where you come from. And as the three of you begin to chat around the table, I'm going to go to the other people real quickly. Let me have Thaladir. Give me an awareness roll.
Yeah, let it never be said that I am not paranoid. I have played too much Call of Cthulhu.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Excellent. So you're looking out just beyond the fence, and you sense an eerie presence that troubles you. And looking out, you glimpse for a moment a shape moving in the valley just to the west, and you hear a distant howling on the cold north wind. You spot a dark shape descending towards a tangled thicket just to the west of you, and you know that in the west you've got the hills, or Weathertop is on the southernmost of those, but there are towers along all those hills, and you see that moving kind of towards the crest of a hill where there may be perhaps the ruins of an old tower there. You've not explored that area, you don't know for sure, but you know that most of these areas have old watchtowers on them. You see something dark moving there. Now let me have Drogo give me an awareness roll as well.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Good
So
job.
you see, movement near the fence line. And as you're watching, you see two shadowy figures. They look like men, and they're standing on the other side of the gate. And you see one of them throw a parcel over the wall, a little wrapped bundle, and it lands on the ground near the gate. And then
Can I
yeah, go ahead.
tell my companions at like the door this, and then hurry inside to bring the message to the master of this house and my companions inside?
Yes, absolutely. So you go and spread the word of that. Let me have Amelina give me an awareness. Or excuse me, give me a scan roll.
Scan. All right, let's see how that works out. I haven't succeeded in a single roll yet, and I'm not going
God,
to start
actual
now.
damn.
Oh wow, that was terrible. So not only did you get a double Eye of Sauron, but that's going to raise the eye awareness by one, as you are looking in the completely wrong direction from something else that's
Yeah,
happening.
that seems like her. Yeah.
Those of you in the house, as you're talking over kind of where you've come from, you hear Drogo run in and say, hey, something's happening out by the gate. And
Men by the gate.
did you had the two of you in the house? Had you released the dogs as Farrell asked you to?
I most certainly would have.
The dogs are barking, and in fact they probably rush past Drogo as he's running into the house, and the dogs are running towards the gate, and then the barking stops, and Thaladir, you see the dogs fall upon that bundle that was thrown over, and they're tearing at it.
Yeah, I will try to like chase them off. I will roll all to even scare them off if it needs be.
Yeah,
But I don't want them to damage the parcel.
yeah. Give me an awe roll. Nice. With a great success, you chase them off the parcel, and you see that they've slightly torn it open. It's wrapped in a thin cloth. It's a bundle of raw meat, and with a great
What?
success, you see that there's a white powder on the meat.
Yeah, I was I merely thought that Drogo would actually try to bring the parcel inside as a message, but if he doesn't, then yeah, I guess I will bring it in.
When you take it in, Pharaoh looks at it. Ah, they're trying to poison my dogs. Did you try to poison this coffee too? And he stands up, and you see him staggering. He's still very drunk and very belligerent.
I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder and I said, well, you can come with us to stop these men from harming your home, or you can wait here. And I like run out to go see what's going on outside.
He grabs his staff and begins to head out of the house shouting, "Alarm! Alarm!" And his boys come out of the house as well, strapping on belts to that have a small dagger on one side. The other one's holding a bow. It's Farwell. It looks like he's trembling, like he doesn't know what to do with this bow. But Dad gave him the bow, so he's got to use it. As you come out, the dogs are barking at the gate still.
All right, I'm just going to shout that, those who can attack from afar, keep back. And the rest of us, let's, charge this ambush. I asked Drogo which way he saw the men.
And I point in which way I saw the men.
Yep, absolutely. I'm going to pull some tokens out here on the map for us. Let's see. There we go. So we are all on this side of the fence. And as you get close, let me have Malvagil give me a scan roll. Oh, Gandalf rune. Excellent. Yeah, you see a couple of figures, and they're hiding in the brush. And there's one a little bit further back. And we are going to go into combat. So I'm going to drag us into the initiative tracker. Now, the way that combat works in the One Ring is you start out with what's called an opening volley. Anyone that has a ranged weapon can make an attack with that. And so we'll start just kind of in the order that it's giving me here. Thaladir, do you have a ranged weapon, and do you wish to attack someone with it?
I do not have a ranged weapon. I do have a shield, and I'm willing to shield one of our archers to hide behind in something of a protect companion, if possible.
Excellent. How about Malvagil? Do you have a ranged weapon you want to use?
Not one that I want to throw, because I want to hold on to this spear.
How about Amelina?
Let's try to have my first success in this bloody game and try to shoot at this guy.
Yeah, perfect. So I was going to say, go ahead and target him. So you just click on him and push T. That will target him, as you've done. And then on your character sheet, you can click on your bow, and it will roll. And, that Gandalf rune would have been really nice. But no. Nope. Still not yet. But your arrow, it lands near that one. And then up next, we've got Ferumbras. Do you have a ranged weapon?
Yes, Ferumbras will knock an arrow to his bow.
And Ferumbras missed by 1. Your arrow came close. And how about Drogo? Do you have a ranged weapon?
Yep. So I click on them and press T.
Yep.
So I'm going to shoot with my bow.
Oh, a great success. So, you get a success. It should pull up another screen. It'll ask if you want to do like a heavy blow or a piercing blow. So piercing blows is where the action is at. Now with a bow, if you make that a piercing blow, which you'll be able to because you rolled an 8 on the feat die, as long as you get a 10 or a higher or a Gandalf rune, that counts. So with adding that extra success, that will make your 8 a 10, so that'll be a hit. They'll make a protection roll against their armor, and if they fail that, they will take a wound. And most of these are kind of average sorts of Joes. 1 wound will drop him. So if you want to make that a piercing blow, you can, or you can make a heavy blow and do a little additional damage. I'll let you choose.
Piercing.
Yep. If you have the chance to pierce, you want to do it. So he's going to take 4 damage, and then he has to make a protection roll. He has to beat your the injury rating of your weapon, which is 14. So he makes a roll here, and he is protected. His armor holds strong. But he still will take the 4 points of damage from that, and he felt it. Wasn't enough to drop him, but that was pretty close. Up first will be this outlaw here, and he's going to randomly target one of you, and I will do the little randomizer to see who it's going to be. And it's going to be Amelina, and he fires a bow at Amelina. Ooh, and that is a hit it's an extraordinary success. So he's going to make it a piercing blow and a heavy blow. So Amelina, you're going to be hit for 6 damage, and you need to make a protection roll. So in the chat, you'll see where it says Amelina of the Red Shield needs to make a protection roll test. Click on that. You need to beat a 14, or you will take a wound. Oh, you are wounded. Now, above where it says Amelina is wounded, it says make an injury roll, and has the 2 dice. Click on that. That's how many days it will take you to recover from this injury.
Yeah.
3 days.
3.
All right, then I'm going to mark all this onto your character.
Aren't Berlings slightly better when they are wounded? Or am I just crazy?
That's exactly what I was, I was like, bring me the wound.
The highway robber, this one up here will go, and I will randomly choose a target. and goes after Ferumbras. Fires his bow at Ferumbras. Now, Gandalf runes are great for us, but they're bad for enemies. They're a 0 for an enemy. Eye of Sauron's are good for the enemy. So that one missed Ferumbras. And then this last guy, he will target... whom? He will go after Drogo. Going for the small targets here. Fires his bow. And that is a failure as well. So now we go into close combat if we choose to. So you can choose your stance. Now you could, because there's a fence in the way and there's a little distance, you could all stay back in rearward stance, or you can choose to charge in and go hand to hand. If you want to do that, if you right click on your token, on the left hand side you're going to see 2 crossed swords, kind of an axe sweeping around, and then something bouncing off a shield as well as a bow and arrow. So the top one is like a forward stance. You're pushing the offense. You get a bonus die on your attack roll, but the enemy also gets a bonus to attack you. Open stance, that is neither bonus nor penalty. Defensive stance is you lose a die on your attack, but the enemy also loses a die on their attack. Rearward, you stay back. Amelina charges forward. Who else wants to switch stances? Anyone?
Oh wait, that's not that. Yeah, I want to do with the charge thing.
Okay, so do you want to go into like an offense first, a defensive stance, or just kind of stay open?
I think that's the cross swords at the top.
Yeah, cross swords that's the forward stance. That's where you get a bonus on your attack. Okay, anyone else want to change? Looks like just Emily and Malvagil, and nice Thaladir, and the other 2 are going to stay back with bows.
Yep.
Okay, so we go to Thaladir is up first.
Okay, well, one sec while I click things.
And it will automatically give you that bonus die for being in a forward stance.
I am using the one-handed sword currently because I have a shield up.
Yep.
Does it say? It does say forward stance. It says engaged with 0 foes. I hope the game does not worry about it.
No, it should work. Great success. So you can now you can't make that a piercing blow. You rolled a 3 on the feet die, but you can make it a heavy blow, or you could fend
This
them off.
should be enough to really badly cleave him.
12 damage.
He nearly loses his sword arm and is now bleeding heavily. I don't think he will make it.
No, so he hits the ground, and I'll let you choose. You can end his life, or maybe he's wounded to the point where he surrenders. I'll let you make that.
I think he literally cannot continue fighting because his sword arm is nearly gone. I am not finishing him off because we still have a combat to do, but I also don't quite feel like healing him back to his health. We'll see how the combat goes.
Yeah.
For now, I will simply ignore him.
Perfect. Malvagil, you're up.
Alright, let me...
Yeah, clearly these guys were not expecting an armed force to be here at Farrell's farm. Nice. 5 damage. I will apply that. And Amelina, you're up next.
Eat my axe.
Ooh, 8 damage. Nice. Let me apply that.
Oh my! I should have rolled 2d12 there. I should have been favoured.
Did it not do that? Oh yeah, so you may have to manually do that. Roll a 12-sided die for me.
Yeah.
Just do /R space 1d12.
Right. Is that a d12? Which one? This is d12. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, it was 2 of them.
We'll take the 11 is Eye of Sauron, and the 9. So you still would not have been able to make it a piercing blow, and you rolled a 9 earlier, so 9 or 9. Yeah. We'll take the 9. Ferumbras.
Well, I will loose another arrow.
Oh man, that would have been awesome. Just missed. Drogo.
We really hear you very badly. I'm not sure what is going on with your mic.
Oh, it's probably me. I might have. No, he should be good.
Go ahead and fire away, Drogo.
Let me see if he's having any trouble with the computer.
Okay.
What?
Oh, are you there?
You are back.
It froze for a second, my bad.
No worries. If you're back in, go ahead and take your shot.
Yeah. Okay.
Ah, and that is a miss. That was close. Missed by 3. Now, this highway robber, he is going to go after Malvagil. And he has I believe it's a spear. Yes, he's going to stick you with the pointy end of the spear. Ooh, and he does. He's going to make that a piercing blow and a heavy blow. So, Malvagil, you're going to take 9 damage, as well as you need to make a protection roll. Now, you'll have an option to take that damage, or you can take a knockback. You'll take half the damage, and you get knocked basically back several feet. It'll take you a full round to recover. But let's make that protection roll first. You are protected. Your armor holds true, protects your vitals, but you take a grievous thrust from that spear. Do you want to take the 9 damage, or do you want to take 5 damage and be knocked back?
I'm trying to look. Is that at the top health?
Yeah, so it's your endurance and your load. So it's at kind of the middle. So you are, what, 9 points away from being weary. So if you take this, you'll become weary.
I'll take the knockback. Well, if I knock back, I lose my next turn, right?
Right.
You know what? I'm going to be weary.
Okay. I will apply this. Nice. And it makes you weary. So now 1s, 2s, and 3s that you roll will count as 0. And then this last highway robber is going after Amelina. And we will go with a spear. Ooh.
Damn, they are rolling today.
Gotta make it a piercing blow. This could be bad for Amelina. Okay, Amelina, make that protection roll. Amelina is wounded. Click on the injury roll button. So Amelina is actually going to drop to 0 and will be dying. Amelina needs first aid within the next hour, or Amelina will pass.
And that is where I very rarely don't like using magic success to keep them for really epic moments.
Yep, absolutely. So Amelina is down, not dead, but Amelina is basically out of combat. Ferumbras, you're up.
Well, I believe that wouldn't.
Oh, actually, sorry. I jumped ahead. Thaladir, you are up.
We are in new round.
Yep, new round.
My bad. Like, which one of these is closer to me? I will just try to jump someone from the back.
Probably this one right there.
Yeah. I guess it's not from the back, but yeah, I'll try to like punch him while he's unoccupied. Well, cut him with a sword. Yeah, I am targeting. I just need to click. Just a basic hit.
Nice. 6 damage dealt.
He takes 3 or 5 before, something like that. He's probably not feeling too good, but he's
down to
down.
1 hit point. Malvagil, can you end that guy? He's got 1 hit point right in front of you.
Well, I kind of switched to the one who just took out our
the
companion.
one down here. Okay, no problem.
Yeah, I believe because that's it. The guy who hit me. I'm not as worried about because our good
Well, if you
friend
kill
has
him,
come up.
you could deny him attack. But yeah, it's possible that the other guy is also close to death.
Yeah, I feel I'm angry at him taking out our poor companion like that.
Yeah, you hear a cry from Amelina as she falls unconscious with a spear thrust to her chest.
And then I'm gonna spend honor. So where's the thing at the bottom? I would love to see if I could apply my honorable to get inspired.
Yes,
try
because you are trying to
avenge.
avenge her. Yes, absolutely.
Ah!
Oh, no.
Wait.
Okay, it's still a success. So you get a 0 for the Eye of Sauron. The 1s, 2s, and 3s count as 0, but you got enough on the other ones to make it matter. You ended up with 16. So you've got a great success. Now you can't make that a piercing blow, but you can make it a heavy blow. Oof, 15 damage. Yeah, how do you take that guy out? And do you kill him or just render him out of combat?
I feel in the moment between having been hit myself and see my companion go down, I would probably just take him out.
Okay. I'm going to remove him from combat. For Rumbrus, your turn.
Well, another arrow.
Oh. And a success. 3 damage. And with the this rolling the 10, that forces an automatic piercing blow. So I'm going to give him a protection roll. And he is protected, but he does take the 3 damage, but he only had 1 hit point, so I think that finishes him off. Yeah, do you kill him?
No, I think it's maybe perhaps the arrow hits him, strikes him in the arm, and he drops his sword and falls to the ground.
Nice. He hits the ground and crying in pain and agony. Now I'm going to take us out of the encounter. However, we have Amelina is down and dying. Now, a couple of things can happen at this point. A first aid roll can help to lessen the severity of the wound, but we also, the dying hero needs a successful healing roll within an hour or Amelina will die.
I'd love to see if we can bring her back into the house, put her on the table all dramatically, and then I'll try and go through his stuff to see anything if I can use to do a healing roll on her.
Oh, nice.
And I'm for sure blowing hope there.
Yeah.
I would love to be honorable and inspired. Can
Absolutely.
anybody help me?
If someone wants to spend hope, they can help.
I was contemplating doing a magic success, but if you want to do it, then yeah, sure. Don't worry.
Oh, if you can do healing with magic success, I would do that instead. Because that's better than leaving it to chance, right?
And I think you have, so with an elf, they can spend a point of hope and make a magical success, but then you'll still roll the 6-sided die to see if you help out. So every success you get will reduce the severity of the injury by a day, but we just need 1 success to save Amelina's life.
Okay, so do you have healing, or should I do the healing roll and you're helping me with the magical success? I guess I'm not quite
I
understanding that
think
part.
I just have to roll my own healing
Yeah.
roll, which I still have 2 points in it.
Yep.
Okay,
and-
good.
Basically, if you assist me, I have a bigger chance of rolling a 6, but I don't think it's worth it, purely mechanically speaking.
Yeah.
What's the fellowship focus thing?
So that's more in a campaign. You'll choose another character, and you kind of have a bond with them. And then what happens when they get wounded, then the bad things happen to you. But if you help them, they get an extra die in that.
Okay.
So for the one shot,
basically,
I throw it in.
Yeah, other than if you are normally just supported and get 1 dice out of it, if you are supported by your focus, you get 2 dice out of them, spending just 1 hope.
Correct.
All right, so I'll spend the hope to give you the support. And then I
Okay.
just subtract that manually, right?
Yes. So you'll subtract yours manually, and then that should add that extra die. And then if you choose magical success, it will Won't even roll the 12-sided die 'cause it doesn't matter. It counts as a Gandalf rune.
It must not have changed that.
So yeah, Thaladir is like clearly going also for the like just basic cleaning the wound, which you may have seen from other healers. But yeah, he's also doing the spiritual calling of her spirit, trying to bring it back from the Shadow Realm, claiming that she is not done here yet,
Yeah.
and yeah.
And you
You're
see
really seeing something really strange happening. Like he is also getting pale, almost death-like himself, as he is wandering the spirit realm, calling her back.
And seeing this, Farrell and his family, their eyes go wide. They've never encountered something like this. That's going to raise the eye awareness by 1 point. That will bring Emelina back from the dead. Now, when you are healed from the dead, you add 10 days to your recovery. So it's going to take Emelina 17 days to recover from her wounds.
Yeah.
But
I did manage to roll a 6, so minus 1.
So minus 1. So 16 days, thank you. And you go to 1 endurance point. Now, when you're wounded, it's tougher to regain endurance. If you have a good night's sleep, you'll regain your strength score in endurance points. Everyone else, a good night's sleep, you recover all of your endurance. So being wounded is not a great thing to be, but it's better than being dead. So let's go ahead and decide what you want to do with these 2 prisoners, and then we'll go to the next morning, and then we can recover some endurance points. So we've got these 2 that are down, and they look like they're dying, but they're not dead yet, but they look like they're in really bad shape.
Like roll-wise, I will say Thaladir is kind of worn out and will not try another magic success again. I can try healing, but I'm not that good at it. I fear now the ranger will actually get better. Oh, he's weary. Okay, never mind that.
I mean, I could try to heal.
I can
one
try
of them.
rolling basic healing. That's what I think I still have in me.
Well, you could each tend to one of them, and Ferumbrus will go about asking questions while you're seeing to
There
their
we go.
wounds.
It's a guess. I am not.
Oh, that's not helping.
Yeah.
So the first one, the one here on the left, that one is beyond your help. However, Malvagil, you managed to patch this one up enough. This one here is quickly slipping away, but this one here, you think you've got him well enough that he might be interrogated. And Ferumbrus, are you doing the interrogating?
Oh, yes. And Master Ranger, if you could retrieve my arrow, those took me quite some time to make. I'd like to reuse it if it's in good condition.
Well, there's one that's stuck in him, and Malvagil's like, if I pull that out, he might bleed to death.
Well, I suppose if I had to let one arrow go, it's not the worst of things.
Well, maybe if he dies, you can recover it, Ferumbrus. But how do you interrogate this fellow?
Yes, I'd like to ask him. So, you ruffians, where do you come from? Are you associated with the wizard Gandalf that we've heard so much about?
Aye, Gandalf. He sent us here to remove these folk from this farm. Nothing but trouble these folk are. The wizard has told us that this old farmer's a wizard himself, and he's ensorceling all the young ones around here. If we remove this, then the lands will be safe again. You work for him, therefore you're just as evil and complicit in his deeds. And oh, Gandalf will see you burn. Yes, he will.
Probably when he says something like that, I might pull on the arrow a little bit just to see if I think I could get it out without him bleeding.
He says, ooh, stop. All right. Look, we're doing the good work. We're doing what Gandalf asked us to do. You'd best be wise to just leave this place. This place is doomed. It's going to fall. Maybe not tonight, but tomorrow night it'll fall. Gandalf has a secret weapon.
At this point, I will have to ask, about what would my character know if Gandalf is the same one as I know as the Grey Pilgrim, the Mithrandir?
Give me an insight roll. And add a bonus
no.
die. Since you know Gandalf, you can add a bonus die to that.
Alas.
It doesn't sound like the Gandalf you know, but maybe it's been a while since you've seen him. Maybe he's...
Yeah,
he's
admittedly, I
changed.
barely even talk to him, if at all.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You've probably seen... You would maybe know him by sight, because there's few people that...
Yeah, I probably,
look like
yeah,
Gandalf.
exactly. I saw him running around, but I don't think I spoke to him.
But this doesn't sound like the Gandalf you know. And Farrell doesn't seem like a wizard. Let me have Malvagil give me a scan roll.
Rolling. Malvagil thinks this is a bunch of malarkey. Boop boop.
Wow. So even though you're weary, you're probably panting, holding your wounds, you hear a rustle, a sound in the darkness, just out of the light of the torches here at the compound. Sounds like something running away through the brush.
I'm gonna be like, can we send those? Can you send the dogs after them, or can one of you chase after them? Is it? I describe as best I can the way they went. There's still one out there. We need to get him before he gets back to whoever this wizard is.
I will advise caution to not get lured into a trap. But yeah, dogs are a good idea.
What does Farrell think?
Aye, send the dogs. Let him bite that one all the way back to where he come from. But, will one of ye go with him? And he looks at his two boys, and Farrell the younger and Farwell both shake their heads. No, Pa, no. We're staying here. What if they come back? Well, I'm too old to go. And he looks at the rest of you. My dogs are brave enough. Are you?
I think I've done all the healing I could do for now, so, I mean, I'll do my best. I probably can't keep quite up with them, but maybe I can keep them in eye shot.
Yeah.
Okay, Thordir has some athletics for running. This is definitely beyond his well below his dignity, but again, I will not let single person run off, so at least two of us will be ambushed than one.
Let's do... who else is going? Just Malvagil and Thaladir, or is anyone else going?
Well, I don't think that the Hobbit should be expected to run.
Maybe someone can carry the Hobbit. What about Drogo?
Maybe I'm going to check my athletics.
Say it again, Henry.
Yeah. No, my athletics is not so good, so I do not think I can run after the guy.
And Amelina's probably in no shape to go chasing after something right now. Maybe do the hobbits want to stay back and make sure she's okay?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yes, and I have more questions for this ruffian.
Let's do a skill endeavor. This is chasing the dogs. So we need 3 successes, and we get 5 attempts. This can be a hunting roll, an athletics roll, whatever you think might have to do with trying to chase these dogs down. Who goes first between Malvagil and Thaladir?
I could definitely try with hunting.
Yeah.
Uh,
Is there a chance you can drop some gear to not be weary? Oh, never mind.
Oh, yeah, got a
I'm
Gandalf
not
rune.
worried.
Automatic success, so we'll count 1 success there. Excellent. We need 2 more successes. We have 4 more attempts. How about Thaladir? Oh, Thaladir, you are struggling to keep up.
I kinda don't want to get ambushed, so I tend to look around a lot.
Yeah, being a little more cautious. All right, we've got. We need 2 more successes. We've got 3 attempts. Either of you can go next.
So if I left my helm back at the place, does that make me not weary?
Yeah, so if we open up your sheet, if we drop your helm, let me mark it as dropped. Let's see, let me equip it and then mark it as dropped. There we go. And so that puts your load at 14 and your endurance is 18. Yeah, you will no longer be weary. There we go.
Good idea there.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we should keep. I should keep on the hunting roll then.
Yeah, maybe do a try hunting roll, or you could do athletics or anything that you think might play into what we're doing. A riddle roll to try and determine, what it was that you heard. Was it just a deer or an animal? Was it a person?
I think, unfortunately, I might be a low trick pony. I'm mostly hunting.
If you want to do another athletics, I'll let you do another hunting roll. I'll let you do that as well. Nice, we get a success. You are able to stay on the trail of this. And Thaladir, what have you got? We need one more success.
I don't think I can run awareness on these. I fear that athletics is really the only thing I can practically contribute.
I think awareness, in case maybe something is, like maybe you're looking for an ambush that you hope that you're not stumbling into something.
Okay, let's just try to guess. Like if I hear them rustling in the sound, I can guess if it was the actual our dogs or if it is something else to be better at that. So let's call it awareness. Oh shoot!
Oh, we get a success. Excellent. So that's our 3 successes that we needed within the allotted amount of time. So that's a successful chase. So you follow those dogs down for about a half a mile, and the sound keeps getting further and further away, and it's getting faint. You can still hear them barking, and then you come up on the crest of a hill, and you see something up ahead of you, and you see a let me post a picture. You see a tower.
I assume we are running roughly in the direction where I saw someone moving earlier.
Yes, absolutely.
From the rampart.
And you see the 2 dogs go up towards the tower and then immediately begin to whimper and scamper back towards you.
And so whoever they were chasing is probably inside the tower. We see no trace of them, whatever the dogs were chasing.
Yep, you see no light. The tracks seem to go right up to that main door of the tower, the big archway on the ground level.
Well, I don't think we should be storming no towers by ourselves.
Yeah, we are beaten up and there is just 2 of us and it's dark at night. We should just return. Remember this place, how we got here, if practical, like some sort of remember this trek we took to get here.
Yeah.
But probably just return.
You head back with... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I don't know if it'd be of use or not, but if I thought there was like kindling or anything nearby, I would probably just try to light a small fire and write in the dirt that the light shall destroy the darkness.
Ooh, excellent.
Just to try and, threaten them.
Excellent. You do this. You leave a message and a fire.
Actually, do you have something like a scan or stealth to have a look inside it? I don't, so I think we can just return. But if you are good at sneaking or scanning, you might be able to guess who is inside without being spotted.
I'm not too good.
No, sorry, let's just return. Let's not risk it.
Do you want to sneak in and see what's in there?
I do not. I would like to leave my baseless threat.
You guys head back with the dogs back to the farm. Amelina is beginning to feel a little better. She's still a little pale, has lost some blood, but there's a nice spot by the fire where the 2 hobbits are tending to her, making sure that she's got liquids to drink and a little bit of bread to eat, and they're getting her all cleaned up. And we've still got this highway robber here, and I think for Umbris, you said you were going to interrogate him a little bit more.
Well, yes, I had a few more questions.
Ask away.
Well, I wanted to inquire as to what he and Gandalf were, and the other ruffians were out here looking for, and what their intended purpose was.
We're out here to get rid of this wizard Farrell. He's a foul one. He's a menace. Gandalf says he's got to go.
Well, we were back in Bree, and I had heard some rumors that perhaps Gandalf was looking for something, perhaps some sort of treasure he was after. Does that hold any truth?
Yes, he says that there's treasure beneath the House of Farrell, that he's buried it there long as it sat, and he's coveted over it. And this treasure belongs to Gandalf, and Gandalf will see it in his hands.
Well, this sounds awfully strange. I'd like to take out my pipe and take a few breaths, and then perhaps...
He told the same to the dwarves that raided Lonely Mountain. It's not that insane for Gandalf to say that.
True.
Well, yes, and then I'd like to roll my insight, see how much of this holds true.
Yeah, add your bonus die for your briar pipe. Oh, nice. Extraordinary success. The very notion of this seems off. Maybe you're not super familiar with Gandalf, but he's a frequent visitor, or had been, to the Shire, and you know him as the guy with the fireworks, and he's always happy and go lucky, and he would be plotting to overthrow some farmer to steal his property. Just doesn't sit right with you. Like, this does not sound like Gandalf. And this fellow here looks like he's bought into whatever line that this Gandalf is selling, but it sounds like he's preying upon impressionable people, saying, "Hey, I've got an easy score. All we got to do is get rid of a farmer, and we'll have all this loot." It sounds like this person has been duped.
Well, I will. Once I've thought about this for a moment, I have one final question. Would you be able to tell us where Gandalf and the rest of your party is located?
It's a secret place, an old place, a place where we can watch any that try to approach. You'd best not try and find it, for Gandalf will burn you with his fire.
Well, perhaps you could tell me where it is so that I know how to avoid it.
Give me a riddle roll to try and confuse him with that line of questioning. Oh, okay. It says, yeah, don't go to the west or you'll meet your end. There's a hill and a tall place. Ah, blast it, I've said too much.
Can we walk in at that point? You mean the tower?
Yes. And he looks at you. Confound it. It's that wizard Farrell. He's read my mind. And he points at Farrell and shakes a trembling hand. It's still blood splattered. Oh, Gandalf, save me! Save me, Gandalf!
I don't think Gandalf will be saving you there, poor fellow.
Then let me go. I'm a changed man. I'll change my ways. I'll choose a life of good. I'll settle down and make a farm. Just let me go, eh?
You will go. You will go with us when we return to Bree with Hamfest. What the heck is it? Hamfest?
Hamfast. You know him?
Ham-
That kid. He ain't worth a lick of salt. He joins
Well,
us
his mother
thinking...
disagrees.
Well, it'd be better if we had his mother with us. That Hamfast, why, he won't even draw a blade on no one. I brought him up here just a few days ago. He wouldn't have none of it. You can have him back for all I care. Useless, that boy.
I say we tie this guy up in the barn and...
Well, we still have to do something with him eventually.
Yeah, we could take him back to Bree with us.
It's a great idea.
Yes, we could leave him here for Farrell to watch over him, and when we return to Bree, we can take him there.
And Farrell says, "Oh, I'll watch over him," and he's kind of slapping his little club.
Yeah,
in his
I
face.
don't think he will survive that. But yeah, I guess taking him to Bree later was probably the smartest move.
Let's have a good night's rest, and in the morning, you can, if you decide to go take out that tower, that way Emelina can have a little health. So on your character sheets, if you scroll down to Just below where your endurance is, there's a short rest or a prolonged rest. Click on the prolonged rest. That will recover endurance points.
Woo!
Back to full health. Emelina will only recover her strength. She'll stay weary, stay wounded, but can definitely continue on the fight. Do you guys see where that prolonged rest is?
I remember correctly, we don't have any fellowship points for hope
Right,
now.
yeah, we've used them all. And Emelina, do you see where that is? Oh,
I think Dewey said something in
yeah,
Discord that he's
said
gone for a
he's
sec.
Stepping away for a bit. I'm going to go ahead and heal Emelina then. Let me do that. Prolonged. There we go. Alright, 6 endurance, and Emelina's wound will heal. The days on there. Perfect. Okay. Morning comes, and Emelina's feeling a little bit better. Still wounded, still weary from the blood loss, but eager to seek revenge on those that did this. Now, the ranger and the elf probably tell you about this tower that they found, that the dogs were even afraid to go into. Do you go after the brigands and see if that's where they're holed up?
What is the chance they will try returning? Like, they got beaten up, but they also know that they dropped one of us and badly injured another. So
yeah, they may
maybe
come
they will
back
try
in with larger numbers, too. Seems like they tried to maybe poison the dogs to get rid of the alarm, and then they were going to sneak in, but they may come back in force. Especially if they think they've got Emelina down. Someone, I think, was watching the battle, probably saw her fall.
Bring the wrapped up poison meat with us.
Okay. Just don't
I'm not
get
sure
it too
why
close to the
yet.
hobbits. They might be hungry.
Not good hobbitsy food. So we know they can see us from afar because of the dude blabbled about that, and they're on a pretty good tower.
So then do you want to
maybe-
approach at night, under cover of darkness?
Yeah. What do you guys think?
I will
Sure.
still suspect they will try returning, and we should try to lay ambush.
If you wait
Yeah.
the day to go back, I would give Emelina another prolonged rest to recover more endurance.
I mean, like, we could go farther up the road, and while they're marching towards the farm, we could ambush them.
Yes, that sounds
Undercover
reasonable to
dark.
me. Like
Maybe,
trying to
yeah,
go halfway through and see if we can see them before they see us.
Yeah. So it could be a little reconnaissance. We come back here, or we ambush them if they're a few enough in number, and
Yeah, so
get
we
like
leave
a.
Emelina to rest.
I would think that would be the logical idea.
So does anybody want to stay with Emelina and the family? I'm good with going back to lay up an ambush in case they try to come again. We might have.
I feel
scared
like-
them a bit.
I feel like we should. All people with like ranged weapons should go, so we don't exactly have to get into close quarters.
So is that the
All right,
plan,
I'm
to
in.
go and set up an ambush?
Yeah, if they do come. So we wouldn't get like a decent night's rest or anything, us on ambush patrol.
Yeah. So maybe you spend a little time during the day fortifying the fence a little bit, and then you get some significant rest because you know you're going to be up all night. So I'm going to give Emelina another recovery period. There we go. And Emelina is still weary.
So are we trying? I'm sorry, I probably zoned out as a player. are we trying to catch them as they will attack here? Like, are we trying to ambush them around this fence or along the way?
Or like further into the mountains, hills, I would think.
Yeah. We're just trying to create like a line between this place and that. So during the day, we're just trying to make sure that if they get through us, these guys maybe have a little bit better of a fighting chance, or like, you know. But we're gonna try and if they come for us, we'll, you know, be like at least 3/4 of the way closer to the tower than to here.
Yes, the ranger speaks wisdom. I will make sure that their food stores are ready in case there's a siege.
Can I roll battle and try to think of a best place for ambush?
Yeah,
To guesstimate where would they go through?
Absolutely. It's hard to say. You think maybe the path that you followed the dogs was pretty straightforward. They may change that if they think that you were following, but you don't know if that may be, you know, maybe they do stick around there, around that path. But it seems like that would be the logical place.
Well, I guess that is what I will propose, but I say also that I am not 100% confident about it.
Yeah, I think anything that we do to, you know, either try to slow them down, get in their way, or at least know that we're creating a little bit of distance between. We do want to go in and get them, but, you know, if we can hold off till tomorrow night, that's probably put us in the best chance.
Well, we could light fires around the fence so that they can see anyone who might approach them, and simply light torches around the perimeter.
That's a good idea. So we do. Whoever's staying with Amelina can do the fire and torch bit at the farm, and then the others of us will stay on the road in case they're trying to come through.
Who stays?
I kind of don't like the idea of splitting up. Yeah. So maybe just dig some small, like, bungee stick pitfall trap on the road and still wait in the farm. And
Okay.
just move up at night.
Yeah, if you want to set a trap on the road, I think maybe a battle roll would be good for that. I would also allow a stealth roll.
Is
And we can
Malvigil
only-
capable of doing a battle roll?
I can.
Reasonably well?
I have two diamonds, but I'm not skilled in it. I don't have a check. I can give it a shot.
I can try as well, but yeah, I don't know how well will I roll.
Do we have to
Ferumbras
be-
is quite good at stealth. If you need help hiding the trap, he knows how to make something hidden from the ordinary onlooker.
That sounds like a good plan. So do we do a battle and then a stealth, or will the stealth cover it?
I assume one of the two. I kind of don't want to use hope in it, so yeah, whichever you want. I can try rolling battle. You can try rolling stealth.
Sure. If you set the trap, I will do my best to make sure it's concealed well.
So maybe any bonuses on either the battle roll, whoever goes first, I'll let them apply. If you get a great success or extraordinary, that will apply an extra die to the other roll. So who wants to go first?
All right, yeah. So I will just roll empty battle. I just am stingy with hope today. Yeah, the dice do not agree with me now.
Yeah, the ground is very hard. It's hard to get something in there. And Ferumbras, you look and think this is not going to work. Like they're going to see this. You're not able to dig very deep. At worst, someone might trip over it, but no one's going to be seriously injured by this. you hope it'll work, but you have your doubts.
Yeah, let's just leave and see if we can prepare better in the farmstead.
The farmstead.
Well, at least we tried our best.
Yeah.
Is this all like kind of like farmland and like kind of plain, or is there any kind of like shrubs or woodland?
I think this is mostly forested.
Yeah, it's mostly forested. So as like around the farm, it's been cleared so he can farm, but between here and the tower, it's mostly forested.
And there wasn't like a particular trail; it was just kind of gone through the forest.
There was a trail. It looked kind of like a trail that's been probably worn by these bandits coming back and forth, but not like you could take a wagon down or anything.
Okay, when our plans to try to lay like a trap on their closer to their tower just fails, I'd like to like between the where they come out of the forest, maybe about 100 yards or so. Closer to the farm, maybe just start piling up as much brush and dry wood as I can, and just light a bonfire before we go back to the farm.
Nice, I like
just
that.
So they see that if they do come out that way, they would see the fire.
Excellent. That way they know, hey, we're waiting for you. Maybe you should go back. You don't need to make a roll for that. It's easy enough to gather brush and start a bonfire. You've got torches all around the fence line, so at night this farm will be lit up quite well. Who has the keenest eyes? Who has the best awareness?
I think that's Malvagil.
I think we're equal. I am. What's the check mark?
You had an 11 was your target number, right? For Malvagil?
Oh yeah.
So give me an awareness roll, Malvagil, as night begins to fall.
All right.
Ooh, success. Nice. You don't detect any movement, but you hear something. And it's a high-pitched scream, and it's coming from the tower. And a few more screams and shouts, and then silence.
I'm like, do you guys want to try and take advantage of trying to sneak up there ourselves now that it's night?
Sure.
Well, yes, and Amelina is in poor shape for travel. Perhaps she could remain vigilant over the farm, and I know that she would likely help to protect it should these bandits fall upon the farm again.
Yeah, I'm hoping
Seems
that
like a plan.
Davy comes back. Davy has dropped out of Foundry and out of the party, so we might be without Amelina.
Well, we'll leave Emelina at the farm.
And
Keep them.
If we need her, she'll come running up to save the day.
So let's storm the tower.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we should have gone earlier. Yeah, maybe someone actually died because we didn't attack immediately next turn. Well, such was the fate.
Let's go to the tower. So we approach in from this direction down here, and it is now. Of course, you can't see inside the tower. It's not missing those walls there. But that's just, when you get in there, that's what you would see. But there's a lot of tangled bracken and undergrowth. There are fox paths that run through the bracken so that the outlaws, where they've been able to move without impediment, not knowing these paths is going to be difficult. If you want to approach silently, it'll take a stealth roll, -1 die, so there's one penalty die if you want to try and sneak into the tower. But you don't see any light, you don't hear any sounds other than that loud scream you heard a short time ago. It seems eerily quiet, and there's a little mist, a little fog clinging to the ground as the chill night air begins to pull moisture up from the ground. Let me pull some tokens out.
Well, if someone wants to sneak up, just hoot twice like a barn owl if there's any trouble, and we'll know. We'll know to come to your aid.
My stealth's like 2 diamonds, but
I can do it.
you can do it, Drogo?
Yeah, yeah. Should I roll stealth?
Yeah, give me a stealth roll.
Is there any way we can contribute hope to him?
Yeah, so someone could help him as they're kind of watching. Don't step there, go there. Maybe hand signals, kind of thing.
I would also like to use a hope point and be inspired, because burglary.
Burglary, absolutely. Nice. Drogo Baggins, you make your way right up to the gate of the tower. Now, give me a scan roll as you maybe peek inside, listen around to see what you can hear.
Okay. Well, I don't have much good scanning.
Oh, with a Gandalf, that's a success. Excellent. All right, looking in, this looks like this is where the bandits must have camped. You can see that there is a lot of stuff spread around. Bones of like chickens and other animals that they've eaten just scattered here on the ground. There's also a few packs and gear, and you see weapons lying about, as well as things that they've gathered up and collected. Maybe a few coins here and there in a pile, and a few other things. It's unguarded. There's no one there.
I mean, I got an automatic access basically in that 20, so like, would I see if there was any traps or stuff?
Yeah, you don't see any sort of traps. You think they probably just would have set a guard, but there's no guard there.
Well, I'm gonna go back to my companions and tell them what I've seen.
You move back through the fox path, following the same path that you did before, and report.
Well, clearly something frightened the bandits off.
I'm starting to have a bad memories of a different adventure I have played in Lord of the Rings about the bandit tower that did not house bandits.
Was that the Star of the Mist?
Exactly.
Well, if Drogo can show us the way up.
Yeah, Drogo knows the path now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we are kind of storming it now.
Just a frontal assault? Nothing stealthy?
Like, we will try to enter it stealthily, but otherwise I think we are just clearing it once we get in.
Let's head in.
When you get in,
I will try to be stealthy, but it's not very good.
When you get in, you see a set of stairs leading up, as well as over here there's a set of stairs leading down.
Do I feel when I heard that that like screechy scream? Could I make a judgment call as to whether I thought that would have been from higher up to travel like it did, or would it have be able to emanate from below?
I think a riddle roll would let you determine that.
All right, I don't think I'm going to determine that, but I will make a riddle roll.
I can still roll Gandalf.
Yeah, we didn't think Drogo was going to pass his scan, yet he did.
Nope.
And oh no, nope. You're not sure. It didn't sound muffled, so maybe it wasn't below ground, but it's hard to say.
Well, I have a bad feeling about poor Hamfast.
My nature is to always cover your rear, so I would go low, clear that, and then work my way up. But I want to know what everyone else thinks.
Well,
I say we just completely search the first floor, leave no stone unturned, and then like go up gradually or go down, if there's a way down, and do the same.
I guess would be first to try to guesstimate from the staircases which one is more likely to contain the bandits. So yeah, I will actually try take peek upstairs. Do not walk completely up the stairs, but if I just peek up the staircase or down the staircase, if I see some signs of actual life and habitation.
Yeah, give me a scan roll.
Oh no.
Hey!
Oh, Gandalf.
NBM.
You start to climb the stairs until you can get your head just up to peer into this floor right here. And in this room, this looks to be like maybe a laboratory. There's some jars filled with colored water, a pile of old books. There's some chalk for inscribing mystic diagrams and runes. And there's also a large box, and it has the telltale lettering of the Men of Dale on there, and it says fireworks. But you don't see anyone in that room.
Well, the bandit had mentioned that this supposed Gandalf was threatening to burn the farm using his fireworks, so this is likely his stash, I would imagine.
And yeah, I assume if I just peek down the downstairs, I didn't see anything.
Well, as you look downstairs, those stairs leading down, they lead into the cellar of this old watchtower. Now, when you get down there, you smell like there was once a fire down here, maybe a fire pit or something. There's still a little bit of smoke lingering in the air, and a little bit of that smell of soot and burnt wood. And as you begin to creep down, you see that this cellar is filled with silt and sediment. In fact, the ceiling's only about maybe 4 or 5 feet tall. There's probably 5 or 6 feet of dirt in here, so maybe 2 meters of dirt and maybe 1.5 meters of space above it. This was probably once a high ceiling gallery, but now it would be cramped. There's some provisions here, mostly foodstuffs. You see a cooking pot and things like that. You also see a body, and it's laying near the fire pit. All you see is the legs. The body is buried underneath a bunch of blankets. There's a bunch of looks like carvings on the walls as well.
Yeah, but I assume that, I don't see any like bandit camp that we need to clear out, or wizard we should talk to.
Well,
I suspect I don't take that.
As you're watching that, you see movement, and it's in the far back corner. You'd have to get down there with a torch to really see what it was, but something just moved. And it looked larger than a rat. Maybe it's man-sized.
So yeah, I will regale the party with what I saw. And yeah, I suspect I will have to agree with Malvegil with clearing the back before advancing forward, because this was the only place where I saw any movement.
I'll head down as soon as he lets us know there was something moving down there.
Anyone besides Malvegil going down?
Yeah,
I will.
Ferumbris will remain on the stairs with his bow at the ready while we clear this lower level.
Okay. As you get down there and your torchlight skitters over the ground, you see a shape. And at first it looks like a bunch of rags or blankets, and you like kind of what you saw over that body. But then that bundle of blankets rises up, and you see a ghostly face with glowing eyes staring at you, and a sense of foreboding washes over the 3 of you that are going down the stairs. So let me take us into a combat as you come face to face with a fell wraith. Now, this thing has what's called Thing of Terror. At the start of the first round of battle, everyone in sight of this will gain 3 points of shadow. You can make a valor test. If you pass, great. You'll still take some shadow unless you can get 3 successes. But if you fail this shadow test, you are daunted and cannot spend hope for the rest of this fight. Now, that does not affect Ferumbris.
Well, I think Ferumbris is on the stairs so that he could shoot with his bow, but I imagine he could still see it.
Okay, then you'll take 3 shadow. In fact, I think I can give that to you. I got shadow.
Wait, So we take a valor test,
A
correct?
valor test. Yep.
Actually, can I make Nando's and say I will spend hope and claim leadership, inspiration, and claim don't be afraid of the dark?
Sure.
Watch this thing back where it came from? Yeah.
Could I
as
also
well.
claim? Could I also claim inspiration for protecting my fellow comrades?
Yes, absolutely. So
Okay.
for Thaladir, you pass. So you can spend hope, but you will still take 2 points of shadow because it's worth 3. But you succeeded in one of that. Drogo, you will not be able to spend hope, and you'll take 3 points of shadow. I'll put that on there. How about Malvagil? Malvagil, with a great success, you can spend hope, and you will only take 1 point of shadow. Excellent. So those that cannot spend hope for the remainder of the combat is Drogo and Ferumbus. So just our 2 hobbits. And let's... we can start with an opening volley if anyone has a ranged weapon. And I would allow Ferumbus to shoot from the stairs. I'll give you a penalty die unless you get down there because it is cramped. There's not a lot of room. Maybe you could shoot at like her foot or something.
Well,
I
I'll
shoot-
go down enough that I can see the entire wraith.
Okay. Thaladir, do you take a ranged attack? Let's get some.
Sorry, no ranged weapon on me. So yeah, I can at best just cover behind my shield.
And how about Malvagil?
Yeah, no, I gotta hold on to my spear.
Hey, Drogo.
Yes.
Ooh, nice. With a piercing
Gandalf!
blow with a Gandalf rune. Now this thing has quite a few abilities that it can do, but it's going to make that protection roll first. Let's give it a roll. It is protected, but it does take the 4 damage as you strike it with your arrow. And as that Shire arrow hits it, it hisses like the rushing of wind at you. And how about Ferumbus? Ferumbus likewise hits for 3 damage to the thing. The Fell Wraith does not have a ranged weapon, but it does have a dreadful spell. Do I want to do this? This is really cruel. Yeah, we'll do it. So it will spend 1 point of hate to make one player hero gain 3 shadow points. This is sorcery. So this is a wisdom roll to resist this. If you fail your shadow test, you fall unconscious and may be roused only with a song roll. Otherwise, you wake up in an hour. So let me drop a point of hate, and I'm going to randomly choose who this wraith targets. Wraith will target Drogo. Drogo, you need to make a wisdom roll, or you will fall asleep.
I believe Hobbit Sense gives a Hobbit a favored
gives you
on a
favored.
wisdom roll.
So when you click on wisdom and it pulls up that second screen where it says favored / ill favored, click on the Gandalf rune and that will make that roll favored on that wisdom roll.
Okay.
Oh, Gandalf rune. Nice. So automatic
Gandalf
success.
and I.
Now you will take 2 points of shadow, but you do not fall to sleep. So let me adjust that. Excellent. Very good. And we go to close combat. So if you guys want to adjust your stances, you can. At least one person's going to have to engage in close combat. If anyone else wants to be in rearward stance. Let me just kind of space out the tokens a little just so we can see who's who. All right. So anyone want to change their stance and go toe-to-toe with this Fell Wraith?
I will definitely go into close quarters, but I'm not sure what stance do I take. Let's start in baseline and see what this thing does.
And then Thaladir, you're up first.
This is a marathon, not a sprint. At least with this enemy.
Oh, with a Gandalf rune. Look at that. Nice. Oh, I think you rolled on swords, not your actual sword. So
Oh,
let's just
yeah.
figure out your damage is
Just
so
6.
6 damage. Nice. Okay, and Malvagil, you're up next.
This might be a complete waste of my turn, but I would like to see if I can, instead of attacking, take my torch and get that fire going again, and like try and kick some, kindling on it to try and get this room lit with the flame again.
Yeah, there's still a little wood in there. I'll say that you use your action to get that fire relit. And then as you begin to kick it around, so a good thing that will help with this is this Fell Wraith loves darkness. They don't do so well when they're not in the dark. When they're in the dark, all of their attack rolls are favored, so that's going to prevent that from happening. Drogo.
Yes.
Your turn.
My turn. Okay, I would like to use my bow.
That is a miss. Your arrow goes wide. For Umbris. Likewise, a miss. The Fell Wraith will reach out and touch one of the two of you in close combat. That is going to be not the hobbits. Roll. Thaladir. Ooh, that is a miss. And the Wraith has Might 1, so it only goes once in a round. If it had Might 2, it would go twice. We go back to the top of the order. If you guys want to change your stances, you can. And let me have Ferumbras give me an awareness roll before we get into the next combat rolls. Perfect. All right, Thaladir, you're up.
Oh, wait, yeah, Thaladir is up. Sorry, my brain is leaving me.
Oh, actually, Malvagil's going to a forward stance, so Malvagil will go first.
Oh.
Okay. I'm going to stab it with my shiny spear. I'm going to spend some hope. And I would like to feel that I could be inspired due to my shadow.
Yes, absolutely.
Or
these are the things that came from Fornos that the Rangers have been wary of.
Let's see what it does.
Great success. Now, you can't make that a piercing blow, but you can make it a heavy blow.
All right. And then is there anything I do to do that?
It should pull up a second window and ask if you want to make it a heavy blow. It should already be selected.
Did I click
Oh,
the wrong thing?
I think you clicked on the spear skill. So we can, instead of the actual weapon, but we can figure that out. So with your spear, that will be 5 damage plus your strength is 7, so 12 damage. That is going to force the Wraith to spend a point of hate. Should be at 3. It's going to do what's called Deathless. So it can spend 1 hate to cancel a wound, or when an attack inflicts damage to the creature that would cause it to go to 0, it spends a point of hate to bring it back to full endurance. And so it goes back to maximum hit points.
Zoinks.
Yep. All right. And now, Thaladir, your turn.
Oh, hey.
Ooh,
I roll a lot.
wow. Now you can't make it a piercing blow, but you can
Yeah, it's just
sure as heck
two
make
heavy
it
blows.
a heavy blow.
Jesus, it's right back.
18
Just another
yeah.
point of hate immediately. Jesus,
You're
Mary.
gonna force it out of hate. Drogo, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for bow shot. Piercing.
Yes, you can make it a piercing blow. It will make a protection roll. It is wounded. Okay, it has to spend a
That
point
Brett
of
is
hate.
not having good time.
Yeah, it has to spend a point of hate to cancel that, and then it also has to spend a point of hate because you would have dropped it to 0 endurance, so it will go back up to maximum endurance, but it is quickly running out of hate. Ferumbras, as you are preparing to take you... Oh, actually, never mind. You went down the stairs. Go ahead and take your shot. Ooh, that is a miss.
No, my arrow goes a bit wide.
The Fell Wraith is going to do dreadful... Is it going to do dreadful spells? No, it's going to touch. Who will it touch? It needs to hang on to that point of hate. It will touch Malvagil. Reaches out with an icy cold hand. And that is a hit. It will be a heavy blow. Malvagil will take 10 damage. You can also be knocked back for 5, but then you'll lose your next turn trying to get back. Do you want to take the knockback or take the full 10?
I think I want to take the knockback, because I think if I take the full 10, I'm weary.
Yeah. So we'll take 5 off of there. Perfect. And then that's going to put you into rearward stance. All right, we go to the next round. And then Malvagil, it'll just take your turn to get back up into forward stance. So Thaladir, you're up.
Yeah, I'll just still keep punching. It seems to have worked for now.
Nice. 6 damage.
Slow and steady. Slow and steady.
Malvagil, you do you resume
I gotta
your
switch
stance, or do you make a ranged attack from there?
I have no. Well, I don't want to get rid of my spear.
Yeah.
I'll just change stance.
Perfect. Drogo, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to do a bow shot.
No.
Doink.
Ferumbras. Oof. That is a miss. The Fell Wraith is going to go after Thaladir. And Thaladir, you are missed by 1 because of your armor.
I am hiding. I am cautious behind the shield. It
Yeah.
has to be said.
Let's go to the next round. Now, before this round starts, Ferumbras, you missed your awareness roll, so you're not aware of the folk coming up the path, including the Gandalf, who looks suspiciously like he is wearing a fake beard. I'll post a picture of that. That's Gandalf there.
That's a lot of men with him.
And Handfast right there. Let me add them to the initiative tracker. Alright, Malvagil, you're up first.
Alright, I think I'm gonna have to try and spear it. I like doing the shadow lore thing, so I'm investing a lot.
Oh, nice. Hit it for 5. Excellent. And Thaladir, you're up.
Sheesh, I am on a roll. That was a hit?
Nice. That was a
What did I
great
roll?
success. You can't make it a piercing blow, but you can make it a heavy
Yeah.
blow. 12 damage. Let's see, where's that? Put it. Okay, it's going to spend its another point of hate and go back up to maximum endurance.
I think we may have a problem here, gentlemen.
Drogo,
Yes.
you're up.
Okay. As usual, I'm just gonna do bow.
Oh, Gandalf rune. Nice. That will force a protection roll. This could be really good if you can get it. Oh, wounded. Okay, this wraith has 1 might, and so that wound it cannot sustain. So how do you take out the wraith, Drogo? Where does your arrow strike it?
Did you hear it, Henry?
Oh, where does my arrow strike it?
Yeah, where does your arrow strike it to drop this fell wraith?
I would say in the forehead.
Ooh, nice. With a thunk as the arrow strikes the rotted flesh that falls back like a bundle of blankets, and then you see the cloth simply flatten down against the earth as whatever corporeal form it had is gone. Now, for Umbris, you can hear shouting, saying, "They'll deal with her! Let's go and take them now! Quick, boys!" You can hear that from just upstairs, just outside that door.
Well, I will announce to the party that I believe that the rest of those bandits have returned, and they seem to mean trouble.
Now, you could take a few steps up the stairs and fire your bow if you like.
Yes, I will do that. If one of them has entered the building, I will see if I can't get a shot at them.
Yeah, this fellow right here is the first one in. Nice. 7 damage. You hear a young lad, probably no more than 14 or 15 years old, saying, No, I don't want any more of this. I want to go home." And then the one that you shot will rush you. He charges up and will attack you, Ferumbris, with a cudgel, with a club. And that's a miss. Now the rest of these will begin to spill into the room. And I'll just kind of mark these up here. And we'll go to the next round. So if anyone wants to change their stance, they can. If you want to charge up the stairs, you can also do that and stay in a close combat.
I definitely want to charge up. And I want to get up and fake Gandalf's face.
Nice.
And I'm going to scream, "Hamfist, get out of here! Your mother wants you home!"
Ooh, make an awe roll.
I don't think I do that well, but I will make that roll anyway.
I think you are decent at it.
You got it, yeah. You feel your words are compelling. Now, do you want to make an attack as well?
If I can, yeah.
Sure.
I'm going to tell
Let's
this.
go for it.
I'm going to tell this 2-bit Gandalf that the fell beast in the basement has been defeated, and unless this guy gets the hell out of here, he's going to join it.
Perfect. So, as with combat, you've got some options. Let me take us to a combat page. So you can do combat tasks. So you're in a forward stance. You can do intimidate foe. So this is the awe roll to render might one foes weary on all combat rolls for the length of the round. So that awe roll that you just did, that didn't count for this. That was just to tell Hamfast to go home, and he's going to turn tail. But if you want to try to intimidate Gandalf and the rest of these guys, you could forego your attack and just do this awe roll. So let me take us back to our map.
Yeah, I'm not super awesome, so I might.
You can awe him with your weapon.
Yeah, I might just try and. Come on, I clicked you. Why aren't you? You need to go. Oh, I didn't select. That's why. My bad. There we go. It is a one shot, so.
Right.
I would love to see if I could just be inspired by my honorable nature.
Yep, for sure.
In saving this boy from this Penny Annie hedge wizard.
Nice. And you strike, in quotes, Gandalf for 5 damage. Apply that. Thaladir, you're up next.
I guess, yeah, I do also run out of the basement seeing this commotion. I assume what I see is definitely not what I remember as Gandalf.
No, this is not Gandalf. In fact, that the beard it's only slightly gray. It looks almost like it's made of like bristly horsehair. Does not look like Gandalf at all. The hat's wrong. The face is wrong. There's a little piece of rope tying the beard onto his face.
I am now contemplating how many of the ruffians are already inside.
2 are inside, and you can see at least 4 outside.
Can I get something like a battle or athletics and try to prevent the rest of them from coming in? Like coming to the door and slamming them into their face and somewhat holding it, or
yeah,
can I achieve something like that?
I think so. I think a battle roll would be a great roll, and that would be like your action. You could push yourself up to the door and shut the door and maybe put your back to it so they can't come in.
Yeah, I'm also charging Gandalf. Quote marks is also probably a valid choice here, but owing them is also something I can and probably should try at some point. But for now, let's just go with the battle roll and trying to.
Oh, Gandalf rune, nice. So
trying to slam the door and make them the rest of them not get in here.
Perfect. I'll position you right there, so the ones outside will just be pounding on the door trying to get in. Drogo, you're up.
Okay. I would like to come out of the cellar and aim for Gandalf.
Okay.
With my bow and.
Oh, a 10 will be a piercing blow. Oh, but it was a failure. You needed a 16 and you got a 15. Oh, so close. For Umbras, you're actually going to need to change stances because you're engaged with this outlaw. So you'll need to take a close combat
I forget what can't you retreat back and get into a rearward stance?
Yes. So to retreat back, what you need to do is, what is it?
I think it's attack roll?
Yeah. Is it a... Shoot, I had it right here. Let's see. Oh, man. I had it on that page. You make a roll. I think it's an attack roll, and if you succeed, it doesn't do damage, but it just lets you then retreat. So and you go into a defensive stance, and then yeah, that's what it is. You go into a defensive stance and make an attack, and instead of damage, you disengage.
I think I'll just attack him with my sword. It doesn't get enough use besides buttering bread, so this will give it a chance to show for Umbris to show his true mettle.
Yeah, go ahead and take your attack.
Could Ferumbris be inspired by his inquisitive nature, as perhaps he looks for some weakness that his opponent might have?
I'm gonna.
You have other feature that you could probably apply.
Yeah, that one's
That's the best one, I think, because really I have no others that would help here.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no, not with inquisitive, with combat. Nice try, but I'm gonna say no. Well, there you go. You hit him for 3 damage. I'll apply that. And how do you take him out?
I think I stab him in the belly, and he falls, groaning and grasping at his wound.
Nice. We go to the bad guys. The ones in the room. That one's outside. Outside. There we go. We go to Gandalf. Gandalf will... he's going to spend a point of resolve. It's like a point of hate.
They have resolve.
They have resolve. And he is going to spend 1 resolve to light and shoot fireworks. Fireworks cause a severe endurance loss from fire to all player heroes in close combat stance or rearward stance, as per the rules. Targets who lose at least 1 endurance are also set on fire, suffering a moderate endurance loss at the end of each combat round, unless they put out the fire as their action. So this will be an endurance loss, and there's a page in the book that kind of describes about how endurance losses work and what the damage is. If this is a severe endurance loss, then I make a normal feat die roll. Then there's a table that we roll on. So this is going to affect, I'm going to say close combat. So this will affect Malvagil. So I'm going to roll a feat die.
Oh, that just auto hits. Oof.
Yeah, auto hits. So 6 points of damage to Malvagil. Do you take that, Malvagil?
Yeah, for my endurance.
Yeah. I can mark that down for you if you need. -6. That will make you weary. Let me mark you as weary. And then because you did take some endurance loss, your cloak catches on fire. And so at the end of each combat round, you'll take a moderate endurance roll. So I roll that again, but I roll 2, and we take the better of the 2, the one that's least damaging to you. And you'll take that damage, unless as your action you put the fire out. So that was his turn. And then this highway robber, he's going to attack Thaladir. And he goes at Thaladir with his spear. And again, Gandalf runes are not good for the bad guys. That's a failure. We go to, we're at the end of the round, and so I'm going to roll for the fire. And we'll take the more beneficial of this, which would be 4. So then 4 damage to Malvagil. And I'm going to mark that off on you. And you realize this is not magical fire. This is just fireworks. He is, he's fooled all these rubes into thinking he's a wizard, but clearly he is not. We go to the next round. Malvagil, you are up. Now you can spend your action to put out the fire, or you can attack.
Can I use brawling?
Actually, I am probably switching my stance
You're
to
going to switch
forward.
your stance? Okay, go ahead and switch your stance. Then Thaladir will go first. And Malvagil, what was your question?
I was going to say, can I use brawling to hug Gandalf
yes.
while I'm on fire?
Absolutely. His beard looks highly flammable.
And he's got fireworks in his pockets, I assume.
This whole tower is going to blow up.
This is Call of Cthulhu after all.
Right? Give me a sanity roll, Thaladir. Go for it, Thaladir. What have you got?
I originally wanted to try a magic success all to force them to surrender, or at least try to get that, but now that he's exploding...
He might not. You get to go first. I just want to know if I could hug him.
Absolutely.
Oh, right. Alright, then yeah, I will at least awe him. But I may not probably magic success that, because I don't think they will surrender. Ah! No, just non-magical, just try to soften him up. I wanted to first kill the wizard and then surrender the rest, so just ordinary awe. Oh, come now, game. Surely you could have
You
rolled
got a
better than
success. Nice. So
right.
he will be weary. Gandalf will be weary, as well as this highway robber and the guys outside the door as well. So they are weary. The ones outside, I'm going to say 2 of them split off, and they've seen enough.
The guy inside, he also disappeared. I don't mind.
Oh, whoops! No, sorry, I deleted the wrong guy. Yeah, let's get this one, and this one. There we go. Thank you. And Malvagil.
I'm gonna try to use brawling to tackle Gandalf.
Give me a bonus die on that as well, because his beard and robes and fireworks are highly flammable.
I'm gonna yell to everyone else, "Run upstairs!" I would like to try to use my honorable.
Yes. Absolutely.
To do that, and then you said bonus die. That's that would be that one there, I think.
Down the bottom.
I think I did that right. All right, let's see what goes.
Oh, you needed an 11 and you got a 12. So you're now miserable. So you've lost more hope than you have shadow. And so miserable is if you roll a Eye of Sauron, it's an automatic failure instead of just a 0. But there's going to be some endurance loss. So we're going to take the worst of these 2, which will be the 8. So you're both going to lose 8 points of endurance. Let me mark him off down 8, and I'll mark yours down 8 as well.
And I assume like my cloak was on fire, so my
why he
intent
lost.
was to try and like basically like slam him up against the wall in the corner
Wrap him
with
up.
my lit cape, like me and him. I mean, obviously I'm going to take damage, but I'm
yeah.
hoping he's going to take.
Yeah, I assume he also took the same.
Yeah,
hit as you
he did. Yeah, so he took 8 damage as well. He is almost down. He's got 3 hit points left. And you can hear the sizzle of fuses on those fireworks in his pockets beginning to ignite. Drogo, what do you do?
Do you have your mic on, Henry?
Yes. Could I shoot Gandalf?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll give you. I was going to say a penalty die because he is wrapped up with Malvagil. But so you avoiding Malvagil throws off your shot enough that it misses. Ferumbras, you sense a huge explosion about to go off in here.
Well, I will try and fire off an arrow and then make for the stairs.
Yes.
And that is a failure. Missed it by 2. Do you go down the stairs?
I will go, perhaps I'll go up the stairs this time, if I can make it that far.
Yeah, you rush past that robber as you fire at him, and then you're able to dash up the stairs. I'm going to put you up here on this floor. Perfect. And fast. Highway robber. They're still trying to get in. I got to add this guy back to the combat. There we go. go to this guy here. He's going to attack Thaladir.
It. Well, he probably will because I'm forward stancing.
And he misses with a 17.
Jeez.
And now Gandalf.
Raise the shield. Raise the shield.
Gandalf is going to frantically try to put the flames out on himself. And so he's going to
He's weary.
Yeah, he's going to use his action to try to put them out, but he's being brawled, so he's going to have to make a roll here. This will be with his. Let's see. He doesn't have a brawling skill, so I'm going to give him a roll with his cudgel. Let's target Malvagil. I'm going to give him. He's weary. I'm going to give him a penalty die.
Oh no.
No, not he cannot put the flames out. He is still sizzling. This is the end of the round of combat, so Malvagil, you're going to take some fire damage. And so will Gandalf. Oof. So you're going to take the better of those. You're still going to take 9 points of damage. Malvagil, you drop to 0. You are unconscious. And the Gandalf, he will also take 9 damage. He drops to 0. He is unconscious. So both the ranger and the wizard hit the ground, and you can see smoke pouring out of his robes. Thaladir, you're up. At the end of this round, the fireworks will go off.
Yeah. Okay, so the plan. Grab Malvagil's body. Tell the cutpurse or whatever is punching us to get on the top floor or bottom floor or somewhere out of this room. If he wants to fight, I guess I will have to eat an attack or two. I will grab Malvagil and run upstairs or downstairs. Which is faster? I guess if I'm carrying a body, it's going upstairs is not that fast as going downstairs.
Yeah, it'd be easier to drag him downstairs.
Yeah, all right. I'm grabbing Malvagil and going downstairs. I will yell at this guy. Maybe try rolling O to tell him to just not punch me for today. The door behind me is open. If the footpads outside want to run into this explosion, they are welcome.
Which is exactly what they're gonna do. So, give me an athletics roll to drag Malvagil down. And seeing Gandalf drop, this guy, when you move away from the door, he's going to start to head up the stairs.
Well, best of luck, because I am running out of hope. Yeah.
Oh, you get Malvagil down to safety.
Yeah, without the hope it wouldn't have happened. Unlucky.
Alright, Malvagil, you are unconscious. Drogo, you're up.
I was gonna say, somehow while unconscious, I made my boots make the thump 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 sounds going down.
Does Drogo, do you go downstairs, upstairs?
Upstairs.
Upstairs. So you follow that guy that's going up the stairs, probably over to here, as he's charging up. Okay. Do you want to make an attack at him as you go up? You could do a close combat attack with your.
No, because I'm on I'm on the stance where I can not make close.
Got it.
Yeah. So I'm going to roll. Could I just make a quick shoot or no?
Yeah, you could take a shot. I'll give you a
I
penalty.
think you could have just switched stances before the round started.
Yeah. Oh no! Oh, missed it by 2. Ferumbras, you're up. You've got a guy charging right into your face. You can take a shot.
Well, yes. Or I was going to ask if there's a window. Perhaps I could tell these highway robbers outside that Gandalf has been defeated, that they should flee if they do not wish to fight anymore.
Sure, you can make a persuade roll. No, just missed it.
Right, then I will climb up the stairs further to get further from the explosion, up to the next story.
These guys come into the room, and they look down at Gandalf and say, "Gandalf, no!" And they open up his robe, and all of a sudden the fireworks go off, and there's a blinding flash and a deafening roar in this room. The flames lick up and down the stairs. I'm going to make a roll for endurance loss. This will be for Drogo. As you're going up the stairs, Drogo will lose 6 points. I think you can easily take that. As flames spill up and down your back, and you are actually blasted onto the floor with that fellow right there. These guys are all just annihilated. They will be gone. And we'll go to the next round. So, Thaladir, there's the
Malagil is still on fire.
Yeah, do you want to put him out?
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good thing to a ranger. Yeah.
Yeah, you
I'll spend my turn putting out the fire or taking off his cloak or whatever is left of him.
He's already stopped and dropped, so you just roll him around on the ground.
Very
so,
good.
Perfect. Malvagil, you are just medium rare at this point. Drogo,
Yes.
your turn.
Okay, so there's a bandit right there. I'm going to
You gonna
shoot him.
Go for it. Oh, nice. That'll be a piercing blow, so you can make it. Yep. Excellent. Let's go. Give him a roll. Oh, he is protected, but he does take the damage. Now, I think you made that a piercing blow with your 6, but you didn't have to. That could have been a heavy blow, because the 10 is an automatic piercing blow, so I'm going to add 3 to that damage. So he'll actually take 7 damage. Nice, and he is at about half. Ferumbras.
Well, once I've heard the fireworks go off and it's settled, I will head back down the stairs, and seeing this bandit, I will ready my bow.
Excellent. Go ahead and take a shot. Nice. Hit him for 3. And the highway robber will turn, and he will swipe at Drogo with a spear. And that's a terrible miss. All right, Thaladir, you've got the flames put out. You can still hear fighting coming from upstairs.
Yeah. Let's go out. Let's deal with this nonsense. I'm switching only to open stance.
Yeah, you can charge up past Drogo and have.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then just go into close combat with him. Do I also get to punch him?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, hit him with a sword. It's not quite that.
You punch him with the sword. With the sharp part.
Open stance, nothing special. So this unlucky.
Oh, very unlucky. Drogo, you're up, and then Ferumbras is up next.
Yes.
Yep. Go ahead. You want to shoot him with your bow?
Yep.
Oh, not quite. Ferumbras, can you end this highway robber's existence? No, you cannot. The highway robber will spin around and slash at Thaladir. Ooh, Thaladir, make a protection roll. He gets a piercing blow.
I have belief in 4 dice. I have lost that before.
Yeah, you are protected. You will take a little bit of damage. Nice.
Oh, I'm weary.
That makes you
Ooh.
weary. Wait, are you weary?
Yeah, I was.
Oh yeah, yep. Your
Would
load
make
is
sense,
high.
would
Yeah.
make sense.
Excellent. All right, and then we go to the next round. If anyone wants to change stances, otherwise, Thaladir, you are up next. Malvagil is still unconscious and still just smoldering in the basement.
Okay, enough of this nonsense. I am tossing off my helm. And just do awe and tell him he is 1v3. He is not making it out alive if he doesn't surrender now.
I'll take off Weary.
And like pointing my sword at him. Clearly in my face it is that I am frustrated and really angry at this whole explosion that happened here.
Yeah.
But I am respecting he has probably resolve rather than hate. And he may make it out alive, and he has no real chance of fighting us 3.
He will throw down his spear. He senses he is surrounded. All is lost. His friends have died. His leader is gone. He will finally throw down his spear and sit on the ground with his head in his hands. And the battle is over. Let me get the combat sound off of here. We'll get some peaceful music going. All right, so let's do a brief epilogue. This is the adventure is over and it's returning to Bree, homeward bound. So with Hamfast rescued, you travel back to Bree and can return him to his family. Lucinda offers no reward other than her lifelong gratitude. She confesses that she's been worried sick for the entire time that you've been gone. It's not that she thought that you would be unable to find and rescue her son, but she's been having such strange, terrible dreams. And she worried that there was something that was, something fell had befallen all of us. Now, you have captured some of the bandits, you bring them back too, and some of them have prices on their heads. And you'll be able to claim a little reward for that. Now, I don't want you to leave the tower without a chance to search it for loot. So let's do that before we award experience points. But you have successfully returned Hamfast to his mother. So if we have any treasure hunters in the party, I will let you make a scan roll. Just because that's kind of your job. Are any of you treasure hunters? I don't know if we have any.
I don't think. Are the
I don't
hobbits?
believe so.
Oh, messengers, all of them.
Yep. Then I'll let all of you make a scan roll.
Can I not because of treasure, but can I make a lore roll or something about the scholarly Gandalf laboratory? If
Yeah.
it is just a bunch of gobbledygook or he was actually onto something?
Yep, absolutely. Nice. So as you start looking over some of the things here in the tower, you notice that the books, they're actually old ledgers from an old inn, and he's written something on the title like magical lore, spells of a wizard, but they're just old ledgers. The jars filled with colored water, they're not potions, it's just colored water, it's had dye added to it. He's got chalk and he's written some strange diagrams and runes, but none of them look like anything magical. And then just there's another sack of fireworks from Dale. So clearly he is pretending to be a wizard. Drogo is unable to find any treasure. How about any of the others? Give me a scan roll.
I'm going to assume I'm unconscious.
They probably come down and
wake up in 1 hour.
Get you back after an hour. You'll be back to 1 endurance point. There we go. So you could make a scan roll, especially down in the basement as you come to. You start looking around for stuff. So if Thaladir and Ferumbras and Malvagil want to make a roll. Ooh.
Yeah, there was supposed to be some scribblings or drawings on the walls, but
Yeah.
Is this somewhere where Ferumbras, his inquisitive nature, might
Yes,
inspire
inquisitive
him?
would absolutely apply here. Nice. Excellent. So we find a lesser hoard. So in the One Ring, there's really no, like, you find 50 gold pieces or anything like that. Money's not even tracked. There's no prices for anything. Excuse me. But what you do find is you find hordes, lesser hordes, greater hordes. Let me have Ferumbrus roll a excuse me, roll a six-sided die, and we're going to multiply that by 4, and that's how much loot we find. So /R space 1d6. Nice. So everyone's going to find 4 units of treasure. This is, bags of coins or loose coins, things like that. And I'll tack this on your characters in a moment. We also have to see if there's anything of exceptional quality in here. So let me have Ferumbrus. You're going to roll 2 feat die. So if you'll type /R space 2df, if you get a Gandalf rune or an Eye of Sauron, you find something good. Oh, okay. Roll a 1d6 for me. It is a wondrous item. You find Bracelets of the Elk. This is a magical item that will give you a +2 die roll boost on your insight or hunting.
Well, these are quite nice. These would make for an excellent display back in the museum in the Shire. I think they'd look quite nice next to Mr. Bilbo's mithril coat.
Aye.
Perhaps you and Drogo can take it back there. I'm sure Bilbo would love to see that. Now let me award stuff at the end here. End of session experience. So everybody gets 3 skill points and 4 3 skill points, 3 adventure points, and 4 treasure points. Then these can be used, the skill points can be used to increase skills during what's called a fellowship phase. Adventure points are used to increase your combat skills or your valor and wisdom. Now I don't think we have enough to raise anything here. I've got a, let's see, yeah, because it takes 4 points to raise up anything. So one more adventure you'd be able to start building up those skills. Now I will keep your skills active on these characters. So I know for Ferumbrus and for Thaladir, you will definitely be using these characters again. And for Drogo and Malvagil, should you use Drogo and Malvagil again, they will keep these points. I'll keep this instance of your character saved so that you have access to these points should you play again and want to increase those skills. You've also got some treasure that you can, again, there's no prices for anything, but it's just sort of as you begin to accumulate treasure, maybe you begin to improve your livelihood and your cost of living and whatnot goes up. Your standard of living goes up. Any questions about the One Ring or about this scenario in particular?
Sorry about this adventure. I now realize part of epilogue. I probably left my horse outside. I dearly hope that the adventure that did not come up with that, because I would be extremely upset.
No, it looks like
both as a player and as a character.
Looks like the bandits were kind of looting through your horse's saddlebags, but they have ended up fleeing, and a few of your items are scattered on the ground around your horse. But the horses are intact.
Horse, yeah, he's probably smart enough to even beat them up a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's do just a real brief epilogue. Let's say 1 month later. Where is your character and what are they doing? Where is Ferumbrus in 1 month from the end of this adventure?
Oh yes, I think that while we were journeying back to Bree, perhaps Ferumbrus realized that these bracelets are of no use to a hobbit, and perhaps seeing how Melvagil was the one to find food for them and be a helpful companion on their journey, he will present these bracelets of excellent quality to his companion as a gift, a show of friendship.
Nice. I will drag those onto Melvagil's character. Excellent. Melvagil now has the bracelets of the elk on there. How about
Malvagil is eternally grateful.
and how about Thaladir? 1 month from now, where is Thaladir?
I suspect Thaladir was really doing more or less what he was doing before this. So still occasionally patrolling the north if someone from Rivendell is going out. Maybe checking out how the bandits in Bree made out. Like, I made sure to tell them that whatever the Gandalf they claimed, it definitely wasn't magical, so they were duped and they should be more cautious. But yeah, still. Learning more lute music, selling horses,
Nice.
traveling the land.
And how about Malvagil? Where's Malvagil 1 month from now?
Well, as the chat keeps telling me that Malvagil of the North should be miserable and should be weary, he's probably still in Hamfast's room, recuperating as best he can, and leaning in on that eternal gratitude of the mother to at least bring him some soup.
Nice. Yeah, and Farrell is more than happy to let you stay there. He's actually quite a bit kinder once these bandits are no longer plaguing his farm. And you find that he opens up his home, and you're welcome to stay as often as you like or for as long as you like. And what about Drogo?
I firstly would like to comment on like the farmer that we met is sort of a Bayon figure.
Mm-hmm.
In some sense. But also, I don't exactly know the exact timeline, but it could be like a few months, in a few years. I'm going to drown in a boat with my wife.
Yeah, 15 years from now. So this is in the year 2965. In 2980,
Okay.
I actually looked it up right before the game, Drogo drowns with his wife in the Brandywine. So,
Well,
yeah, isn't that fun?
yeah. Yeah.
So we might get in another play session or two before you drown.
Yeah, before you drown.
If your wife's
You know,
Yeah.
out.
maybe in the very last session, you're sailing off with your wife in the boat, waving goodbye to everybody, just offer a little jaunt around the Brandywine, and then you're never seen from again. And the rumors are that maybe she pushed you in and you dragged her down with you, but no one ever really knows what happened.
She wouldn't do that.
Probably not. Probably not. All right, you guys, that is the end of the adventure. Thank you so much. Ardanian, thank you for staying up late with us. I know it's like 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. where you are, so I'm going to let you go to bed. I had a wonderful time with everybody else. I hope you all had fun. I don't know what happened with Emelina. I hope that everything's okay and that maybe it was just internet problems, but I will hopefully get a chance to play with you all again very soon. I do have a campaign, The Hands of the White Wizard, coming up in like a week or two. I know Henrik and Ardanian, you're both in that. I will likely run some more one-shots. I've run the Troll Hole. I think a few of you have been in that, as well as the Star of the Mist. And I'll probably eventually run all of the one-shots from Tales of the Lone Lands. So if you had fun, if you enjoyed the game, I would love to have all of you back. And stick around the Discord, and you'll find out when I'm running games, and hopefully we'll get you back. So thanks a lot, everybody.